Josh, your Discord Reactive isn't working. But
No,
only
it's not.
yours.
Mine also isn't working. Like, all of mine for everyone isn't working.
Weird. Okay.
It's
well,
okay that he's not working. Bill looks at me that way and not him.
Jesus.
I'm so sorry for that. Okay, no stream sub.
I will poke it real quick. One sec.
Amy, I'm so excited for today. I really want to tell people what happened to Gina, especially the one part you told me. It was so funny, even though it was not supposed to be funny.
Excuse me. Okay, I'm interested.
But each image containing a boat. Oh, that's a
boat?
plane, not a boat. Fuck, am I a robot?
Yes, yes, you are. You're half slime, half
New
bot.
login location detected.
Josh Robot confirmed. You heard it here first.
Beep boop, motherfuck.
Oh,
Jibber.
I have a beep boop redeem.
Beep beep, he's bot. Beep beep, he's bot.
Beep beep.
Okay, that was bad, Danny.
Apparently, I don't have my Pancake Island image saved.
Okay.
Let me find it then, I guess.
Like every day, every week, I go into my art folder on Discord and just like open in it, like on the internet, like the image of Dina. So if I'm not on my sheet, so people can just look at Dina. People know who I'm playing because I'm too lazy to make a VTuber model of her just so I could like be her while streaming.
Oh, that'd be real cool, actually.
Yeah.
But no, I normally have like an image in the background that I've just like found on Google that if anyone asks, it's Pancake Island. Problem is, apparently I don't have it saved.
Dina will be like a bit longer part of, like, I think her story will go like at least the whole session. Maybe even a bit further. So maybe I make her at least a simple VTuber model. Maybe without the veil, because this thing is horror. So how's everyone doing while Amy looks for a Pancake Island image that she totally saved and she's not looking for it, she already know where it is.
Oh, I have it saved. I just don't have it saved in my OBS, and I don't remember where I saved it on my computer. Let's just use this one. I'm pretty sure this was supposed to be 4 columns, but it'll do.
I'm already halfway through my fractures.
Pictures I recognize earlier, like way earlier, but
My chat has like streamception because I'm watching your stream right now, Amy.
Scuff.
Yeah, it looks
The only
nice.
way to get more scuff than is normally possible in your stream is by having a scuffed stream showing someone else's scuffed stream.
So like I do it.
Hold on, do I need to watch Josh's stream so that you can watch my stream watching Josh's scuff stream?
That would be hilarious. Amy, Dina didn't got a long rest, right? So all my spells are still used, right? I just wanted to make sure.
Right. I have actually been thinking about that exact question, and I imagine, even though you're like the victim of torture right now, and you're like tied down and against your will and all that sort of crap, there would be at least somewhere a 6-hour period where like you're able to rest. So I think yes, you do have a long rest.
Yeah, because like I used a lot of my spell slots, and some of my special abilities I can only use per long rest.
Yeah.
So okay, I just need to find. There was a button I could click on. Oh, there. Long rest.
Hey. But yes, I thought long
Why
and
the
hard
long
about
rest?
that, and I eventually decided, No, I'll give her a long rest. Go on. Don't be mean.
Thank you very much. That is very helpful.
Arcane firearm.
Like a regular firearm, but, you know, arcane.
Wait, what?
I'm just waiting till I can get my fucking dual-wield fucking Glocks, mate. Like, I'm using dual-wield crossbows at the moment. I want, like,
You
straight
can
handguns, though.
you can have a pair of glockenspiels if you'd like, but I can't see how that'd do you much advantage since you're not a bard.
Wait, do you call it in English Glockenspiel?
Is that not what it's called? Are you about to break my mind and tell me it's actually pronounced glockenspiel?
In German it's Glockenspiel. But I was like confused that it was that I hear German out of your mouth. My English-speaking friend.
That's literally what it's called over here, glockenspiel.
Sounds close enough. Okay, this is really cool. Good to know, good to know. Oh my god, I got a long rest. So, it's...
Right,
I'm
so...
excited.
Yes, what we are going to do is... does everybody remember... Actually, let's recap last session first. Let's not break that tradition.
Who wants to recap?
Yeah, well, going to the basement, and then we fought some creatures, and
Yeah, some guy was vaping really hard in Amy's basement, so we went down and beat him up. And then Dina got kidnapped, and and Jesus was there.
yeah, basically.
That's it, more or less, isn't it?
One necrobar.
Oh yeah, like the
Necrobar, how do I keep forgetting that pun was made?
The Necrobar was kidnapped as well.
Yes, the Necrobar is also tied up next to you, similarly being tortured for information.
I don't even care if that was a joke. That is canon.
It's just got like a couple of fucking it's got a 9-volt battery hooked up to it.
Yeah, like,
We're doing good old-fashioned torture. Nice.
The guy's a demon.
Yeah.
What do you expect? Oh, also there is a small retcon to make. Uwu pointed out to me that when Maho said that the halo was a ring, she didn't mean like a ring that you wear on your finger. She meant like a ring, like a halo, like one of the traditional ones.
No, he's just so big that it is now a ring on his finger.
That's I literally brought this up with Maho, and that's what she said. She was like, "No, I thought he was huge."
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
So I was like, oh, yeah, you know, Maho, like some of the people, like, you know, some halos take form of jewelry, some take, like, clothing. What does yours take? And she was like, a ring. I was like, she must have meant a jewelry ring. Right, so the retcon on that is that he has the halo. It is around his arm, wearing it, like, kind of like a bracelet. It's still thick. Uwu, when you tried to crowbar it off, the check that you failed there wasn't to just straight up crowbar it off. He just fucking slapped you out of the way.
Makes sense.
Yes,
Makes sense.
You're like, I make a strength check to crowbar it off. Instead, the strength check was to not get slapped. You know, everyone's favorite strength check.
It was.
So, you know, retcon take 1 damage, but then you've also had a full rest, so don't worry about it. This is when I find out that 1 damage last session would have killed Uwu.
Now.
That was Shizu. That was Shizu. Yeah. Fucking elemental. Enough said.
Right, so, if I can scroll high enough to find what I wrote, I'm gonna read out what I sent to y'all after the previous session. There we go.
Sorry
So.
about that.
I imagine it was something along the lines of Lamau get good.
Christ, this chat has been active this week.
Yeah, sorry.
There we
My
go.
bad.
So, first of all, from now on we're switching to milestone leveling. Does everybody understand what that means?
No.
Right.
Right. You go. You actually. Okay.
No, go on. I want to hear your sarcastic explanation of it.
Yeah, hopefully it wasn't sarcastic. Basically, instead of leveling up, like, creatures give XP and then, you know, you can level up mid-battle. It's literally whenever the DM thinks you've hit a notable milestone, that's when you level up.
Yep.
So it's kind of like, in some games you'll have story quests that give you abilities rather than having levels that give you XP. It's that kind of leveling rather than, you know, I've killed 400 imps, therefore I've got, you know, 2000 XP, which is enough for a level up.
That is a surprisingly good measure of it. But yeah, basically, I was going to do milestone leveling from the start, but then, like, everyone in the campaign kept asking how much XP they got, so I kind of just, like, kept giving you XP, but you were always milestone leveling, like, as far as you were aware. Like, you were leveling up when I told you leveled up still. But basically what it means is instead of getting XP from fights, you will level up, like, after boss fights and shit like that I think are big enough. Please don't ask me if you're going to level up. If you're going to level up, I have already planned it, and I will let you know after the fight.
Are we going to level up, Amy?
No, shut up. In fact, Josh, you lose a level.
Guess we're hard locked at 7.
Josh, you lose a level. It's a good thing you haven't leveled up your cleric. Right, so you've all had a long rest. You've all leveled up. Go ahead.
That is one thing I was meaning to ask. Do we want to say, to like further balance my thing, my character, like JTH, actually gets leveled normally, but unless it's like I'm going to be massively underleveled, the drones stay at the level that they were made.
Oh,
No,
and if you won, but that would put you at a huge disadvantage.
Well, I'm just thinking like, I don't know how much, because like the past level that I got on my actual main character literally gave me one ability that I already had because of a racial feat.
Well, I don't know. It makes, like, it is way easier for me to make encounters for 6 level 7 players than it is for me to make encounters for 5 level 7
That's
players and a
alright,
level 6 players. So it's way easier for me to balance them that way.
I was just thinking,
Even though
'cause,
I
like,
heavily
I've
balance them on the
effectively
fly
got an
anyway.
immortal character. But like, you know, I've effectively got an immortal character.
That's the
I'm
thing,
just
you've got-
thinking how easy is it to balance that?
You've got an immortal character, but the way we're balancing that is by the exact mechanics of, you know, you, like, everybody else gets to make new characters. You just get to make new characters who are robots. Like, if you can make and prepare a new character, then you can bring it in. You just, like, probably wouldn't be able to go back to an older one. That'd be the only real caveat of that method. But yes, so when Amelia gets down and clears the smoke from the room. All right, we haven't actually finished the recap yet. Because he...
no, we finished it.
Yeah, he kicked your ass, basically, and you called for Amelia. And you were like, yo, your basement's getting pretty fucking crowded. Come help.
Yeah, do you normally let this many people under you?
What the?
Well,
We just started and we already got the quiz going.
as she's clearing out the smoke, she's like, well, yes, but that...
Casters have like focuses that they need to use.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the dice thing that I like
Yeah, I figured as
fondle
much.
around in my hand.
I figured as much. Danny, Uwu, what are you two doing during the 2 days where you don't really have a goal? It's just a case of we need to find the demon and he's not making any fucking moves, so we can't find him, you know?
Too sure what I'm doing. I'm thinking I'm going to go back, if I can, go back to the shops or whatnot and see if I can actually go buy myself that weapon I've been wanting to get.
Which weapon is that?
I just wanted me to get a longsword.
Just a standard longsword?
Well, depending on what's at the store. Which would be like, I already see the seats and all that.
Any simple weapons are provided by Amelia. You can just have those.
Something along like double-edged blade, pretty much. So it's yeah.
That's a simple longsword. You can have a simple longsword. You can very easily find that for no cost.
Sweet. As I need a new freaking weapon. My weapons aren't doing squat. So, ooh, I'm gonna go to the armory and go get me an air weapon.
Okie
What are
dokie.
you up to?
That takes you 2 days, apparently. Ooh, woo, what are you doing? Oh, actually, that's a valid point. If anybody wants to spend any of their gold, now would be a good time to do it, because this is kind of downtime.
Exactly. That's kind of what I was trying to do that. But, yeah.
Sorry, will I interrupted you there? Go ahead.
I'm sulking over the loss of Necrobar.
Aww. So you go around the shops. You find a shop piloted by kobolds, which has got various, definitely not cursed items. They've got a few crowbars there for a couple of 1,000 gold pieces each. There's a fire crowbar. There's an ice crowbar. Unfortunately, they have no necrobar.
Necrotic crowbar, but it's actually just a crowbar that's really fucking rusty.
If I'm making a necrotic crowbar, it would be more like it has like painted on skulls and bones. Like it's very like cheap paint.
Yeah. There's like like Hot Topic guy's crowbar is like there, but it's the skulls aren't real; they're all plastic. So the first time you hit something with it, they just crumple.
This store is basically the very cheap like plastic or you know the type of items this place sells. You know it.
Yep. And
You know
as
what?
Do you want me to go at the shopkeep or do we skip that because
no, that was more for flavor. Unless you actually want to purchase a crappy necrotic crowbar, necraptic crowbar.
Can you get +1 armor?
If you've still got that document that I sent over that's got the realistic prices, if you have enough for +1 armor, you can find that somewhere on the island.
I can't find the thing by scrolling back. I'm just looking at like.
I think it's
the type
pinned
of
in
armor
D&D
we can
players.
my bad? Sorry.
No, I'm pretty sure it's pinned in D&D players, and if not, shout at the DM, I guess. It is, yep.
I found it.
Third one down, sane magical item
magical
price.
prices.
Yeah.
I see. Where the hell would that be? Would be in combat, I guess.
If you go to the bottom, there's an alphabetical list. Yeah, so woo, would you like to take them up on that and buy a terrible necromantic crowbar?
No,
Not the same.
not the same, no.
So, you know when you go into Poundland and you get like those plastic guns and plastic workman's kits which have got like an awful high-vis vest? It's like the plastic version of a crowbar from one of those.
There isn't like any armor on here that I can see.
If you go to page 8, you have +1 armor, +1 shield, sending stone, etc.
Page 8. Ah.
Game changing item.
So +1 armor is 1,500.
Do you have 1,500?
I do. Do I get to pick what kind of armor it is?
Yes, it would normally match whatever you're currently wearing. I assume as a priest you're wearing chain?
Oh, this is for JTH, not for the priest.
Oh, for
Because
JTH
I've got an
himself.
AC of 11.
Yeah, you can get them for JTH himself, but like, just make sure you note which character sheet that goes on if you're going to be managing multiple characters like that.
Oh yeah, it's gonna go on D&D Beyond. I'm not gonna really move it around.
Yep, go for it.
So I was looking at scale mail because that's like decent.
What fits in my armor? Or she's using armor. Armor's actually really good.
So +1 scale mail, alright.
Yep, you can do that. And as I've mentioned before, if you'd like just like a scale mail varsity, there is a merchant on Pancake Island who can do that. Did I have a cost for it? For the price listed in the PDF, NPCs can turn your existing weapons into the magical versions. Yeah, so you can literally just like give them your varsity and a set of scale mail, and they will apply those.
I can't figure out how to add like a +1 to it.
Just give yourself +1 scale mail. It'll be as a magical item.
If I may.
Go ahead.
But I have always said that, like, standard probably putting the money into the community. Can we hope so that, like, thanks to their hard work, the kobolds have now created like stuff for kobolds to bring to the adventure? Like, basically the same thing as buying things, but
Yep.
more like
I've
thematic.
said before, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want lore-wise, as long as it fits the mechanics. So if you want to say, in place of I buy 5,000 gold pieces worth of armor, I donate 5,000 gold pieces to a children's charity who reward me with armor, then that's fine.
Yeah. In that case, Carl is going to buy a +1 shield, which is like a round shield with a kobold face on it.
Uh-huh.
Because yes.
It's
Like
just
the
a selfie
kobold-
that one of the other kobolds has taken and glued onto a shield.
No, yeah, but like, you know how like different stores have like an icon that they have over the store?
Yeah.
Like Target, Cashmore, Tesco, and whatever. It's basically a kobold version of that.
Ah, so you're out there advertising for the store.
Yeah, that's why it's +1.
Love it. Love that.
I actually have a decent AC on my main character now. Let's go.
Every time the
Yay!
shield gets hit, it says, "You too can block strikes like this at the Kobold's cursed. I mean, definitely not cursed items emporium."
Yeah, but yes, now I have a shield.
I am now broke.
I don't know how much else money I have. I have to calculate that after this, but that's the one thing I wanted to buy.
Right, that's all good. So then, Dina,
Yes.
would you like to go through our DMs and let people know what's been happening to your poor, defenseless, precious little angel?
Yeah. I would love to do that. Especially after hearing that only one person of the whole party is actually like wanting to help me.
Oh, Amelia would definitely be looking for you, don't worry.
Okay, fine, good.
Looking for who?
Ouch, that hurts.
Damn.
Ow. Okay, then probably you guys will probably be excited to hear what happened to her. So, Dina was captured by the demon and tortured for 2 days straight. She got her legs broken, both of them,
It's hot.
and
Oh, you only get one broken, don't worry.
while he bombarded her with questions, he smacked her with her own halo. So she was like beat up with her own halo. That was as close as she could get to her halo. Should I also tell like what Dina would like know because of what happened, or do I just explain what happened to poor baby?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell all the information I've given you in DMs is yours to distribute. Although if you do it, like obviously the other players won't know it until you tell them in character. However, I assume like that will happen as soon as you're rescued. So go ahead.
Yeah. So if the players decide to rescue the angel, she will tell you about the plans that the demon has. He wants to
Oh,
open.
so we got some classic fucking James Bond evil person
Yes,
monologuing,
yes. It was-
explaining
No.
the entire plot
No.
while the
It's-
poorly set up laser approaches you.
It's a cross
No, it-
between monologuing and he is basically torturing her for information, and because of what he's asking her for, she can kind of piece together like what his plan is.
Yeah, it's more like this. So like, Dina is keeping quiet, so she's not telling him everything, even though she is really hardcore tortured, barely kept alive, so that she at least can answer. But she is not spitting any facts. But yeah, like she knows he wants to open the demon door. He knows about this door. He wants to get rid of Emilia and Pan because they're too strong to fight. When he casts this, when he's casting portals over Celeste, none actually can enter the city. They're like, when he wants to open a portal in the city of Celeste, the direction is actually moved to like somewhere far away where nothing is except a couple clouds. He wants to know how to get around this so he can teleport into the city, because he wants a magical item that is in the city that can open this door. And he also wanted information how he can like this guardian thing that is like built in the Halo, like how to get around this so he can actually use the Halo to his own free will. Yeah, so that's what Dina knows. Dina would know a solution how he could go into the city, but she's smart enough to not tell him and not getting too cocky. But yeah, again, that girl is like beaten up with like a spiky halo and like had to have 2 broken legs and is chained on. Please help her.
Right, so we are gonna open there. We are gonna open in Dina's torture room. Dina, he has made a faux pas. In the days and days of torturing you, he is actually getting tired himself, so he has gone for a rest. That rest has taken 8 hours, which means you've got all of your spell slots back. You've managed to recover during this time. You've actually managed to get a rest in yourself. You wake up before he does. Is there anything you would like to try? You are tied to like a... I mean, like I joked about like that chair from Made in Abyss, but you are basically like shackled to one of those. So you don't have use of your arms. One of your legs is broken.
My legs is broken. Oh great. Not both. Like she would try to wiggle around to get like maybe like handcuffs, right? Does she wearing handcuffs or something like this, or like?
Yeah, let's say handcuffs. She's cuffed to the chair, basically.
Yeah, so she tries to wiggle to get her hand out. Because like she has really small hands, so she's trying to wiggle her hand to get it free.
Alright, that wouldn't work, but please feel free to make me a dex check.
Okay. Wait, where's the page where you can roll again? Oh. I will just roll on the desk, and then afterwards I will roll so you can see it. Eeny, meeny, miny, moo. This dice, please. 8 and 9.
Yeah, with a 9 you definitely wouldn't be able to wiggle out. Anything else you'd like to try?
I had an idea, but that would wait. I can cast like like destructive magic on objects, right?
Possibly. What are you looking to cast? Because your hands are shackled, so you'd have to
Yeah.
you'd have to convince me that you can cast it.
So I know I have something I forgot how it is called, but it's like I can say, okay, when I cast a spell, it's not affecting me, and I could just like cast like, wait, let me see. What would be effective to metal? Heat, probably, right?
There is a spell called Heat Metal, although all that does is damage anybody touching the metal.
No, I was like thinking of a flaming spear, make sure that I'm not actually getting damaged by this spear, but like there's like a flaming spear that hopefully like melts away the metal or something, or at least damages enough.
Alright, roll me an Arcana check to see if you're able to, like, if you're clever enough to figure out how to cast that without using your hands, or to, like, the limited range of motion you have in your hands that you can use to cast it.
Okay. 19
Oh,
plus
Christ.
5 makes 24.
Yeah, okay, so with that then, you can definitely cast a fireball centered on yourself. This will melt away the chair that you're on, because while the handcuffs are metal, the chair is less durable.
Oh, great. So like the chair is like burning away, and so my hands are like still cuffed but free because they're not cuffed on the chair anymore, right?
Yes, so you've still got the handcuffs around you. They're also around your legs. So any sneak checks you make will be at disadvantage because you will rattle as you walk.
Ah, great. Like I'm lumping already.
Right. And
So
with this, let's switch over to JTH. JTH, you're the only one who's actually shown any genuine interest in trying to locate. I keep going to call you Honey. Who's shown any interest in trying to locate Dina and the demon. So I imagine
Wait, what?
as Amelia is scrying the island to try and find some trace of Dina, you'll be like at least like there or have one of your bots there. Like, feel free to tell me if I'm playing your character too hard here.
So I will be, JJ, the character, will be at home with the book, research and stuff, and Priestbot is basically assisting Amy. I don't know how I want to like describe it, but I'm there like, with scanners doing the same as I did in the original room, and effectively just trying my hardest to give her advantage or a +1 to her checks,
Yep. Alright, so as we're doing that then, your body's just putting out like magical sensors, and Amelia is just scrying everywhere she can to try and find some trace of demons or
celestials. The
celestials.
lasers that are going around, they're all RGB, they are fucking stunning. If the demon does show up, he is gonna have to take a fucking disadvantage because of how enamored he is with the pretty colors.
Right, so, Dina,
you gave
as
me
she...
RGB on my bot, I'm gonna fucking use that, right?
Dina, as you cast that fireball, the bot beeps. There is magic being cast on the island. New magic. This is got the trace of celestial magic in it. So Amelia immediately begins to scry for it. So with that, she lets...
is following and beeping quicker as we near to the source.
I mean, it's not like a hot or cold game. It's still like on the island.
It is now.
Right, so she's got a map in front of her of Pancake Island, and there is a crystal moving around the map, which Amelia has been like basically guiding towards sources of celestial and demonic magic. This is also how she was trying to locate the portals and the demon. She just adapted the spell to also find celestial magic.
I'm assuming she's managed to get that a little bit better, considering we've had a few days of downtime, and me and Cov at least know a lot more about Celeste and how the halos work as well.
Yep. So with the with the help that the bot is giving, she is able to zero in on that, and she is able to like really focus the crystal to where it's supposed to go. And there is a cove on the western side of Pancake Island, literally the opposite side from the docks, that the crystal is now hard focused on.
Alright. I will send. Alright. As we're doing this, as like Priestbot and Amy are sprinting over there, I am going to get my mech, my original bot, which is basically a reskin JDH, and get him to run around and gather the party members.
Cool.
Just
As you
like,
gather the
shit's
party
going
members.
down, make your way over to this cove, and I'll give like brief directions.
Yep. So you gather the party members. You're doing it so quick, you forget to actually just head like a single floor up from where Priestbot is, and let and let Layla know, who is currently babysitting Baby the Randa. You just completely forget that that's like the shortest journey you have to make. You're like, oh, I'll do that one last. Don't worry.
Guys, I really need to go to the bathroom, but you can continue. Like until you meet Dina, it doesn't take me less than a minute. Okay?
Yeah. Go pee.
yeah.
Do you still have a backseat, DM?
Film
by
it
the
for
way?
me. If Dina spends 1 sorcery point, yes. So careful spell. That's what she was going for. I knew it existed, so I didn't call her out on it because I figured Pet would explain it for us. And Danny is also going to the washroom.
While people are AFK then, I'm gonna go downstairs real quick and put this cheese back in the fridge so that it doesn't go off on my desk.
Wonderful idea.
Impromptu break.
Apparently so.
I want to add that I find that doing this is trying to help, but it's always like this to be more tough that Amy like makes him do, because now that she's busy, he has to like uphold the castle, keep track of the staff and whatnot.
Yes, so Pan is taking a lot of the day-to-day governing of the castle. I like to imagine that like Alexander like really wants to help out finding Dina, because like you feel a connection with them. Like she seems very similar to that bunny that you've adopted, you know, who you took a liking to. So you really want to help out Dina, but you're just getting in the way. So she's like, all right, Alex, what I really need, and this is very important, I need another crystal exactly like the one I'm using to scry. Look at it. If a single side is a millimeter off, then the whole spell is gonna screw up. I need you to go and find this exact crystal. And Alexander's like, yes, miss, yes, I will go. I will find this immediately. Ha, yes.
Yeah.
And Alexander actually runs back with one of these
I don't know
crystals
what I
at
just
the
got back to,
exact
but hello.
moment that the beep boop happening, and we find them. And she's like, I found the crystal, ma'am. I found it. It's perfect. Look, it's exactly like you need. And she's like, yes. I'm busy. Oh, wait. Congratulations, Alexander. You successfully found Dina. Congratulations. And she head pats you.
Okay. Basically, we basically had like a reason why Alexander is not helping. That's because he's busy. But I do feel having someone with like the connection who can just walk up and down the island, that would be a big sheep.
Well, I mean, you can obviously like try and find traces as you're going around. I'd have no issue with that.
Yeah, but essentially the reason why he's not here right now because, you know, he's been given a whole request by his niece.
Yeah. I like to imagine, like, you found the exact scrying crystal you need in a chunk in the cove where Dina's actually being held.
Yeah,
And you come back to Amelia and you're like, here's the exact crystal you need. Oh, by the way, I picked up some traces of celestial magic over there. And Amelia's like, oh, wow, yeah, I'll definitely use this crystal, and thank you for informing me about the celestial magic over at the cove, which we definitely already didn't know about. You were super useful. And then, like, you look around and notice that nobody else is in the room, and Amelia's just got her feet up.
I like to imagine that Alexander knows that immediately really patronizing with his own instinct because in his earlier years he has been shouted at and berated all the time. So having some positivity is really needed for him right now.
He's like, don't you fucking patronize me. Hey, what do you mean I get head pats? Come here, come here. I did a good job, yeah?
Amy just like, well, you can't spell patronize without pats.
Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. This is fun. This is really fun. Well, yeah. That's why he's not here and why, you know, Carl is already, like, ready and able. I'm just having, like, reasons why Alexander does not join the party again, even though the party desperately needs a million users.
Having stomach issues, Brian. Listening in. That's the information we wanted. We're still waiting on Maho, though.
Heck, already.
Hey, that was awesome. Right, so, as the squad assembles and moves over to the cave, Maho, you are out. So you are in. You're actually in a room. It looks like it's been hastily built. It's like very much like lair hideout kind of vibes. There are like machines all over the wall. And the door obviously is locked. What are you gonna do inside the room while everybody else is sprinting to your aid?
I take a good look around the room if I find anything useful to open the door or get rid of the chains, so I don't riddle anymore.
Alright, roll me a perception check to see if the big bad guy left a key behind, I guess.
A net 20.
Okay, the big bad guy
my
didn't
God.
leave a key behind, but what he did leave behind was the necromantic crowbar, which is still hooked up to a 9-volt battery and being tortured for information.
Okay, so
Good. Go on.
so like I take the crowbar, I guess.
Okay,
Take it from the battery.
take 2 lightning damage.
Okay.
Then unhook the battery and take the crowbar.
That's mean. Okay, I took damage.
I love that, like, that's just like some sort of Looney Tunes sketch, just like, oh, right, the crowbar! Oh, right, the battery.
Yeah, like, Dina was like tortured. Her mind is a bit fuzzy, so it would be there would be an explanation why she's not like thinking of the battery in the first place. Okay.
That 2
So-
damage was the last thing you needed to give up all of the information, so you just suddenly spit out the reason that you can't fucking that he can't get into Celeste anymore, and you're like, oh shit, oh good, he's not around.
Okay, and then I would like drag myself to the door, put the crowbar in the door, and like try to open that thing.
All right, who's ready for Amy's party versus the door? Round 4. Ding ding ding. Make me a strength check with advantage.
With what is advantage again? Like plus my stuff?
Roll twice, take the best one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, 8, and the other one is an 11.
What's your strength mod isn't great, is it?
-1.
-1. All right, so you ram the necromantic crowbar in there, and the door doesn't
It
budge.
moans.
No, it does not.
You can't start a sentence with you ram it in there and not have it reply with a moan.
Okay, so the rest of the party, you have arrived at the cove.
May I do a form of test to, like, investigate the area?
You may do a form of check to investigate the area. If only there was some sort of investigation check inside the Dungeons and Dragons game. But since there's not, I suppose we're just gonna have to go with an insight check. Now, go on, roll investigation.
Yeah. 54.
Did you just say 54?
24. 2
Alright.
4.
Yeah, right. So with a 24, so this cave it's just at the end of a river coming into the island. This is like the mouth of the river, which has gone inside like one of the mountains at the edge of the cave, at the edge of the island. It does have inside it a long and sprawling looking cave system, which if you were to look into it would make it pretty perfect for like an evil villain hideout. If you, with a 24 as well, as you're looking around, you can see there are magical crystals in the walls. Some of them are like a dark blood red. Some of them are a vibrant and glowing blue. Some of them are like the same vibrant and glowing, but green. You actually recognize these crystals because you've worked with them before. If you were to, like, words. These are crystals that are mainly used in magic jamming. Like, these haven't been planted here, like, they just grow here. This is why nobody's been able to find the cave so far. It's basically just got inbuilt scry protection.
So this is like a big scroll. Is there multiple entrances to go down?
There are a few. So basically, there's one entrance to the actual cove itself. There is a, like, it goes off to the right with the river and carries on further into the cave. There is also a path that goes upwards, like higher into the mountain, and a path that goes downwards, like down into the mountain.
Okay.
The path that goes downwards does have like minecart trails on it. It seems that like at some point someone has been here to like try and harvest these natural resources, but that operation has been long abandoned.
Can I don't know what check it would be, but can I make a check to see like which one seems like it would have people in? Like, could I like check if obviously I won't be able to find any magical business, but can I like hide that one really dramatically?
You can make a straight luck check if you want to just go, all right, that one. Alternatively, if you want to make like maybe a nature check to see if you can find tracks, possibly that'd be an option. Do you have proficiency in nature actually?
I do not.
Right. So you wouldn't be able to see if you can find tracks, but you would be able
I've
to.
got proficiency in insight. I don't know if that'd be anything.
Insight is players and people and NPCs. So yeah, like you could give it a go, but I wouldn't be able to provide you like any significant. I'm basically fishing for like very high rolls here.
Right. I'm proficient in religion. I'm gonna call to RNGesus himself to like show me which path is the correct one.
Alright, I'll allow that. Roll it with your religion proficiency. No advantage, just the proficiency.
That kind of makes sense.
It does not want us to know which one it is. I got an 8.
Alright, so with an 8, you can tell that the one that goes downward into the mines has been explored. The one that goes upwards into the rest of the mountain has been explored. And the one that follows the river and goes further in that way has been explored.
I like to imagine that a huge beam of light comes through the entrance of the cave and like hits the correct one, but it actually hits like a crystal and reflects and just scatters through the entire fucking cave, so we can't tell which one.
Oh, so what happened there is, have you ever actually used vans in Fallout? Where it just like gives you like the path to take. It comes out and it goes forward and you start following it and then it branches off into all 3 tunnels.
No, it just goes forward, but it goes through a wall, so I can't like. It's just like straight line to the objective rather than actually telling me the path to take. Alright. Yes, Danny, I did. Also, thank you for the £15. That is right. So, the RNG bot lifts his hand up and points really confidently at the wall that the markers go into. Like, guys, we need to go that way.
All right, walk that way then.
I walk that way.
You have like pickaxe and
You smack into the wall, take a damage.
Noted.
Sorry, go on, Mitch.
No, I was going to say that Tom do have like spells and pickaxes and stuff, so in her mind, Jesus box is pointing towards, directly towards the target, so she is prepared to do something she may regret, in that she may click a saving.
In the what, sorry?
She in her mind, she's only planning like, if I plant explosives here, and here, then the wall is going to come down, and there's a 12% chance we all die, but that's the risk I'm willing to take.
Fun. Danny, Uwu, do you two want to make any checks here? I believe at least one of you is a ranger.
I'm not too sure what I want to do. Well, you want? I could, but I'm iffy about it.
I want to say that's part of my investigation check too, that Tom has no idea how sturdy these walls are, but she wants to blow them up.
I mean, with a 24, you'd know that, like, a good amount of dynamite would probably, like, dislodge a lot of the crystals. In fact, since there's a mining operation here already, that's probably the way they did a lot of that.
I think that other people try, but just know that in the back of my head, we're going to level this mountain.
I'm just gonna see what everything else is going on, what's happening, and continuing just pondering what's going on.
Okay, Uwu, you got anything you want to do?
You're still traumatized.
Nah, not very much. I can like listen for sounds, but I can't really pinpoint with that, can I?
I mean, you could, like, listen by each tunnel and see what you can hear down there.
But like Dina tries to crowbar open a door. I think that makes sounds.
Yeah.
Danny, thank you for the
After that.
£15 coffee.
Oh, Danny's giving out money again.
Alright, Uwu, do you want to roll that then with advantage because it is a hearing check? And give me just a second before you tell me what that is, because I need to take my jumper off. Okay, go. Sorry, I'm just sitting in here melting, even though it's pissing it down. I don't understand this.
Perception is +7. So, 18.
Yeah. Alright, so, with an 18, you listen by each entrance. There is nothing that you can hear down the waterlogged entrance. The mine entrance, if you listen very carefully, you can hear some blasts a little further down. And the entrance going up into the mountain, you can hear some mechanical whirring of machinery.
Okay. I'll let everybody know that I've always forgotten what you said.
Right, I'm actually going to retcon that. So down the waterlogged entrance, you can hear like the noise of like thin and faint growling of monsters. Like as you really like hone in on it, it almost sounds as if like they're hunting for prey and food. The mine entrance, you can hear essentially mining noises down there, even though it looks like it's been abandoned. And the entrance going upwards, you can hear the whirring of machinery.
Okay, I just let everybody know about that.
Honey.
I just noticed that I've got unpredictable nature as a trait on a RNG bot.
Unpredictable nature.
Yup.
You know me. Unpredictable. That sounds cool and terrifying at the same time.
Well, every single action that I did last game or last session, I did by rolling it. So yeah, that's pretty fitting.
Yeah, it is fitting.
I mean, I've googled unpredictable nature D&D 5e thinking it was a class or a skill or something. And it's literally
it's
just
a
like,
trait.
I love the unpredictable nature of this game. Like, unpredictable players and how to deal with them.
So did you find a way to deal with this party?
Yeah, well, we've been running the session for about Christ, it's been about 6 months now, hasn't it?
Wow, that's long. That's cool.
It's been that long already.
Yeah.
I don't know when the first game was, but I am willing to find out. So what are you guys gonna be doing in the meantime?
I'm gonna try and dig in through the wall.
And Cobb is going to start to look for dynamite and, plant them.
Okay,
Yeah, no idea what she's doing, but she knows that.
Okay, if I see that, I'ma just like take some of the dynamite and plant it on the wall so that I can try and blow through along the straight line.
Yeah, we just met the demon that is way too powerful for us, and he maybe is here with the angels. So how about we let him know where we are exactly?
Oh my god,
I
wait,
can't see
what?
anything that would happen.
Okay, so I've just looked it up, and Dungeons and Dragons Session 1 was the 5th of September 2021. It has been almost a year.
Yep.
Damn.
Oh wait, no, that was my first session, the one I played with Mark.
Yeah,
I've been here for 4 months at least, so.
I have no clue since when I'm here. I'm streaming since.
There we go.
since
Pancake
Halloween.
Island D&D was the 19th of March this year, so it has been almost 4 months.
Yeah.
So we have soon our half-a-year anniversary of playing D&D.
Yeah.
It's the 19th of March, right?
Uh-huh.
We're actually almost 5 months to be exact.
Mm-hmm. But, so, what are y'all doing? Cove is looking for dynamite.
Yeah.
I'm readying my bow just in case anything's gonna happen, due to the fact that if someone's gonna go boom that freaking wall or whatever, what is that demon gonna wake up from that? So I'm readying my weapons. Anyone
Okay.
with me on that?
Uwu, what are you doing?
Well, I want to tell Carve about one of these tunnels. There's what sounds like there's mining happening down there, and if he's after dynamite, that might be a good place to start.
Alright, so-
yeah.
So y'all want to head down to the dynamite tunnels?
No, Cobb is looking for dynamite at the surface. She
Alright.
may be a mountain creature, but she does not trust that sound.
Well, with your 24 investigation, I'll throw this into that one. There is no dynamite just casually laying around in the cave entrance.
Yeah, but she's also very terrified because there's sound down there that somebody's working, but there's no like signs of people working.
I thought Cov would be all about people working.
Yeah, but like those people also work, and those are terrifying.
Cov just like, hey, wait a second, there are workers down there. Grabs pamphlets and runs.
No. Basically, like because there's no. You said that the site was abandoned up here, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And because she has like sound from down there, she goes like, nope, ghosts are bad.
Ghosts.
Yeah. So that's why she's not going down there, at least not alone.
Right.
I'll come with. I think it's me that said it.
Alright, so
Me
the
that I've heard it.
party going down into the mine?
Party guy gets party going down in the mine.
Yeah,
And what-
the Cobb is going off because she can't see
I'll stick with
but
Cobb.
she's afraid of ghosts.
I was gonna say, Josh, you're gonna need to like speak up because I still don't have your Discord reactive image, so I can't tell if you're here or not.
I'm sticking with Cov.
Right. Okay, so you all slowly head downwards into the mine. Who has dark vision?
I do. Just
I
like
do.
you. Now this is where I wish
I
I
don't.
could have good berry, and I got fucking dark vision as my new spell instead of good berry.
Right.
Ooh, I thought you had dark vision.
No, when I was looking through my characters, in D&D 5e, they removed dark vision from Edge and Side.
Ooh, that's annoying.
Previous versions had it.
That's like if
Who
for how
say
it was.
the previous version that you created the character with, otherwise I would need to change Cobb all the time. Because Cobb was recently got an update.
But yeah, so as you waddle down, ooh, do you have a torch or something, or are you just kind of like, holding on to priest bot?
I was equipped with all of the best RGB. Can I light the fucking way?
Do
Yeah,
you
man,
do
you're
you have the
rating.
light cantrip? I feel like as a priest you would.
I have Sacred Flame cantrip. Let me check.
Alright. With
Guidance, Mending, Resistance, Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame, I believe, basically does dancing lights.
No, it's not.
Oh,
Range spell
Sacred
attack.
Flame.
Targets
Rip.
creatures within 60 feet that you can see. Creature makes a DC 16 dex saving throw or takes 2d8 radiant damage.
Never mind then. Do you have any torches in your pack? Because I really want to make this work. But I don't want to just give you abilities.
I have
Yeah,
thought.
torches.
I know what
I
you
have
said.
thought.
I know a Cobb could like walk over with like a ship that she like things and like all the like dice up.
Right. So here's what's going to happen. Somebody who's got a torch, if Josh doesn't, is going to come over and, Josh, your RGBs have gone out. So they're going to take their torch, they're going to smack the fucking button on the back of your shelf with the torch to turn the RGBs on, which expends the torch. And now Josh is an RGB fucking torch.
Yeah, hit me. And
Wait.
I think a modern torch with batteries. Take out the batteries and put them in the robot.
Yeah, that works, I like that.
Music going in the background as we walk it through the mine.
Just pops open your maintenance panel on the back. He's like, oh, here's the problem. You're trying to fucking fit double A's in here. Here's some triple A's.
Oh my god, that's a oh my head. Never mind.
You plug it in, you close the panel shut. It actually shuts. You can remove the tape that was holding it in. You're like, there you go.
Yeah. I have to remember the Wii remote. Fucking battery. Fucking. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on.
We'll be back in 1 minute, people.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Oh yeah, like Tom walked up and changed it to batteries and got to do it.
Just takes them out, rubs them on his jumper, puts them back in.
Yeah, basically, yeah. You know, how like turn them around a bit. That could give you like 5 more hours of like.
The eternal wisdom of Sheriff Woody. No, you idiots! Plus is positive and minus is negative.
A fudge.
You were what that is from, but yeah, that sounds like purpose for Dungeons and Dragons.
In Toy Story 1, they're trying to repair the baby monitor and the batteries fall out, and they're all trying to put them in, and Woody's just like, you idiots!
I've not seen that movie, but I may do one sooner or later. But yeah, that sounds fun.
Tick, tock, tick, tock. All right, with the Wukong, we can wander slowly further down into the cave. As you go down, like the track does branch off. There are sections that have obviously been mined a while ago, like maybe 5 or 6 years ago.
Amy, you missed the opportunity to have another descending downstairs slash ramp slash another set of stairs hijinks session.
I mean, you are descending down down a ramp right now. That's what I'm trying to carefully and casually describe.
Do they have banisters on said ramp?
No, it's a mine.
No.
Oh shit. So they can have banister railings or something.
Yep. So as you...
As I'm going down, I'm pointing out all of the OSHA violations and explaining to Kov that this is probably why this mining operation stopped.
Probably good silent because while she's used to like darkness, she's a kobold, she lives underground. The fact that there's still noises down there terrifies her. Like usually she's a bright red color. Like,
Okay, so
like
wait. Would I pick up on that? What would I roll for that?
You will be able to see it because you know.
Okay. In response to seeing that, I play some soothing jazz. Relaxing, soothing jazz.
Side note: this is why I ask. This is why I tell people not to ask for rolls, because like that was literally a case of, okay, what do I roll to notice that Kov literally changed color? Nothing.
You know how humans get pale, like when we're scared.
Well, in my defense, the RGB I have on my system literally changes the color of shit around it. That's why I have an all-white one for my D&D, because the moving pink and blue fucks with the green screen I use.
So Kov turns from red to white, but you don't notice because the RGB colors. Kov is now RGB.
Kov is now significantly gayer.
If Kov was a human, she would be like pale as snow right now.
Alright, so in response to seeing that, I play some smooth jazz.
Ba-na-na-na-na.
Would it be smooth jazz, or can we like make a roll like... Make a quick roll to see if it really is smooth jazz.
It's
like just metal.
It's smooth jazz, but you got it from Amelia, so it just sounds like it's from the background of a fucking porn tape.
No,
In fact, it is a porn
smooth
tape.
Jazz rendition of the fucking gambling, because I constantly singing hymns. So I've just got the jingle for the slot machine going. It's just a smooth jazz rendition of that.
All right. Roll me a performance check for that then.
I'm back, by the way.
Oh, hiya.
12.
We can't skip this now.
Yeah, with a 12, it's a reasonably done smooth jazz. Like, it's no Searle cover, but like, it's up there. It'd go on YouTube and get some,
very
you
much
know.
wouldn't be smooth jazz.
It's an epic sax guy. But smoother.
Ubu, you haven't missed a lot. We're basically walking down into the cave, and Josh is for some reason playing smooth jazz.
And Colby's looking terrified.
Yep.
I'm trying to put Kov at ease, just like calm them down.
It is helping, it is helping, but like barely helping.
As long as it's helping.
Usually Colby's all about talking about revolution. Right now he's quiet, which means something is very, very wrong.
Pet says, battle time, play the rough jazz.
Before I went, I was going to ask.
Go on.
When we hit the bar with the torch, would the torch have been lit or not? at the time.
No, basically, I don't want to give mechanical advantages for shit like that.
The
So you've
button was quite
expended.
far in the back, so we had to like use the shaft of the torch.
You expended the torch to turn on Josh's RGB. So mechanically, Josh is holding a torch, but lore-wise, Josh is a torch.
Yep.
Okay. That's fine. Then I'll use one of mine to do it.
Also, because of how like we've got smooth jazz, we've got RGB. I'm basically a fucking like a portable disco right now.
Yup.
Right.
We got to go upstairs.
I'm actually moonwalking down the stairs.
I really want to make you roll acrobatics for that.
Yeah, I would have done the same. Just saying.
15.
All right, with a 15, you've actually got wheels on your bot, which you attach to the minecart rails. So as the wheels go down, you're walking forward, and it just looks like a perfect moonwalk.
Fucking roared. Seriously?
You look like that Peter Griffin gif.
Roller disco. Let's go.
The road discos are fun.
Eventually, we make our way like to the bottom of the door or something.
No, this never ends.
Oh, I'll put that in general rather than D&D. Oops.
Going to die here. We need to either find a door or an elevator up.
Yep. Right. So as you continue further down there, and you notice that Uwu is suddenly loosened and definitely not AFK anymore. The mining track that you go down actually ends. So it falls into a state of disrepair the further down you go. But at that point, you notice that there is another track ahead of you, which goes further into the mine, and like one side is going into the mine, and one side is going down another track. Like they have basically diverted the exit to take the materials out that way.
Okay.
Oh, good, you did hear me. This suddenly went silent. I was like, did I mute?
Oh, you're good. You're good.
We keep going, or I keep rolling the same way.
You keep rolling
Ignore
the same way.
diversion.
Is this much more using rollout?
So are you going down? Are you going down toward the mines, or where the ore is being tracked towards?
I just follow the rails.
Well, the rails end. That's what I'm saying.
You can't do it.
Whichever one's a straight line then. Basically, I just rolled to see if I like deviate, and I didn't. So I just keep going the same direction.
Or isn't it? I guess it's a fork in the road, so you just walk into a wall. Yes.
Yeah, you're so busy moonwalking forward that you smack your back of the head into the wall, like, ow, fucker. Oh, that's why I should look where I'm going.
Yeah, just looks at the JD. It's like, I'm not the only dumbass here.
Can I use my perception check again to see what's down? If I can hear what's down each tunnel.
Yes. So, I will give you without rolling, because you are much further down the tunnel. It's much more obvious. So as you go down the left path, that is where the mining is taking place, which is now a lot louder, by the way. You feel that if you were to go into like another room or two, you would like encounter people actually working. The other side has got that same mechanical whir that you heard from the other path.
I want to go make some new friends.
Again, call me.
Yeah, I'll go
Not very happy.
Well,
Alright, let me really quickly go and start up an encounter. Okay, so you go down to the mining site.
Eesh.
Right, Kov, you're still looking for explosives, aren't you?
No. Cove is no longer looking for explosives because Cove is terrified that the machine is working without people and all of what that implies.
Right.
Like, if people could leave mine, her mind would be full.
Comments are going down like,
Then so-
fuckers are replacing our jobs.
Right.
Yeah.
in that case, then, Dina, let's come back to you in your little room. So you've wedged the crowbar into the door. You're
slowly approaching.
you've wedged the crowbar into the door. You're trying your absolute hardest to get it on, but the door is like barely budging. Is there anything else you want to try?
Yeah, like, I was like thinking, okay, maybe I hear outside some unusual noises suddenly, so I should maybe pray that God guides them. But then like I remembered who's in the party and how they act. Like praying would probably not help them.
Right.
Even if like,
I mean,
even
if you
they
pray
get,
to the
like,
correct God.
Whoa,
Dina,
let's not get crisis of faith going on here.
I wasn't saying that as like yours is the wrong one. I was just saying like I am literally RNGesus bot. If you pray to RNGesus that they get directed, you've probably got more of a chance, you know?
I was actually thinking if I could like cast light on the door, so the door would also glow outside, so you would see a glow. But then like I was not sure how big that thing is, and I would probably like even walk by a glowing door. I'm so sorry.
I mean, you can cast light on the door if you want. That's something you can do.
Yeah, because like the demon is probably not far off, and I would rather not have him notice that I broke free. I didn't want my second leg to be broken, so I do stuff that is quiet. So casting like light should not wake up anyone. So I like touch the door.
All right, so
cast.
you touch the door and
casting.
you cast light on it.
Yeah.
And on
So
that, we are going to move back to the rest of the party, unless there's anything else you wanted to do.
I just like pull out the crowbar and use it as like something to lean on because I have a broken leg.
I mean, you can look around and find just like, you know, various torture implements that can be adapted into walking sticks, I guess.
Yeah, I would do that because like as I can't imagine with a broken leg, like her moving around is really difficult without holding onto something.
Like one of the things he was using to torture you was an infernal scythe, which did damage that you were weak against. So you just sort of like grab that scythe, rip the fucking rip the top of it off, and you've got now like just like a stick.
like she does that and looks at that thing, be like, so who's hurt now? like she tries to be at least a bit cocky to like play over that she's in pain. And that she's not
the scythe takes 5 psychic damage.
And she leans just on and then like goes closer to the door and listen if someone or something comes.
Pet in my chat said, Maho, I gave you the 4th level spell Fire Shield. It just felt right.
Oh yeah, I love that spell. It was like really fitting for the situation. I just don't want to use it yet.
Right, so no, go ahead.
No, because like this is a level 4 spell, and then like I would have used used that and it would be there. But if I just use like a cantrip and do a care for a spell, so I don't get burned.
Right.
I will keep that. Okay, go on.
Okay, so as the party goes down further into the mines, you do not see a glowing door. However, what you do see is a load of kobolds working in the mines.
Tom is instantly more relaxed, knowing that it's not ghost, it's just her brethren.
Yep. Kov, make me an insight check.
Fuck. Okay, 1 second, I need to get everything sorted. Something like this takes a bit of time. 1-0.
1-0. Okay, with a 1-0, you can see you walk up to. Oh, I am brain. You don't notice anything.
Yeah, Kobe is walking up slowly to the other couple, and she makes her presence known very early by shouting in Draconic. And she's not talking about revolution, she just inquires if everything is alright down here.
Okay, the kobolds keep mining.
Paul is instantly panicked again and runs to Jesperbox and goes, fuck a deep breath and goes, the kobolds are under a mind control spell. We must destroy them.
A mine control spell. Ha!
Yes!
Brain. Right.
Could I cast Dispel Magic to like affect that at all?
You can attempt to, right? You're in a large room. Read Dispel Magic to me.
1 sec, let me put it up. See, I don't know what sort of stuff it works with. Give it a sec.
I'm bad.
There is a war going on in my chat.
So, we're not,
It's not wanting to load for me, just on Roll20.
Alright, I'll look it up.
So 1 p.m. my time or whatnot. If we're still going, I still will be here, but I'm going to be muted in the new episode to help us.
It's always what she's after.
Yeah, it's literally on YouTube. If that's your commitment to the campaign, Danny, then I think we need a word after this.
It's not my commitment to the campaign. I'm still gonna be here. I just give me.
Okay. Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Alright, so how are you going to be using Dispel Magic? Because this is a large room. There are probably 25 kobolds working around it. Each mining away, chipping away, like these same crystals, like the red, blue, and green crystals, are being like
one
carted.
Creature, object, or magical effect. Could I see if I can, like, would I be able to see anything causing it, or anything that I can point out that, like, hey, that could be
you
the
can
effect?
You can make me an Arcana check to see if that you can find the magical effect.
Hiding behind Jesper right now because he is absolutely terrified.
So you look around the room, trying to find big obvious causes of this magical effect. That's the end of that sentence. Next.
Okay. Right. Is there any kobolds that look like higher in rank than the other ones?
Cov, why don't you make me, actually, brain. If you're making, words. If you're making that check, it's an insight. Can you think of anybody in the room who might be able to tell you what a higher ranking kobold might be? Sorry, I absolutely fucking railroaded that one there.
Right, could I ask Cov for guidance then, I guess?
Yeah, sorry, I wanted you to figure that out yourself, and then I realized I immediately fucking like that one completely.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, yeah, can I, like, obviously tell which one is, like, high ranking?
Yep. With Cov's help, would you like to make an insight check with Cov? Do you want to roll an insight on that as well?
Oh Lord,
Both of us?
Jesper got advantage on it because Cole may like stand behind, like give, like, big hat or marking tattoos or something, but she
Well-
is not looking right
Yeah,
now.
that was literally why I'm saying, Cov, do you want to roll it? Because like you're very clearly not invested in this, so I'm gonna do the you roll, and if you succeed, Josh gets a +2 method of help.
1 second. Eleven. 1-1.
With an 11, Josh, roll standard. Cov is too busy cowering behind you.
You know, like,
25.
this is a clan of kobolds. But
Oh, yeah.
like, her help is not really helping.
I mean, with a 25, there are like 24 kobolds around the room mining away, and there's one kobold in the center holding a whip.
Okay,
Mr. Whippy, ice cream.
Mr. Whippy, no. Bad-oo.
Okay, now that I've pinpointed that guy, can I tell if he's like using any sort of magic or if it's just... Or if it is just like him?
Not with a 3 on your Arcana. I don't allow rerolls, Soz.
Okay, I'm gonna use command instead then. And just be like, yo, Mr. Kobold in the middle, Mr. Ringleader, stop forcing these guys to work.
Right. This is going to be interesting because I don't know how this would work. Hey, you're still around.
It's like a, you know, stop making them work or like let them go type thing, I think would be easier.
Heck is currently writing to me, but
So, anybody who's played D&D before, how do clashing command spells work?
I see.
I imagine. I have no idea.
Same goes for me, no clue.
Spell no effect
Like,
if
does-
target is undead, doesn't understand your language, or if your command is directly harmful to it.
Yeah, so my thing here is these are already under the influence of a command spell. Does the new one overwrite it, or is it a contested check now? I have no idea. Oh my god, no, the greatest minds of D&D have no idea. Right.
Amy, it says in the spell that the DM determines how the target behaves. So
Right.
it is up to you.
That works then. All right, tell you what, we're gonna do it this way. Josh, what is the command that you're gonna give this leader kobold?
Release the other kobolds.
Isn't command a
like
single
the-
word? Or is it a single word or a single phrase?
I think the word, one word.
One word command, so
See?
can I just shout unionize then?
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Or communism?
That works.
Command is a single word. Thank you, Pat. All right, what are you?
Unionize. Fuck it, I'm sticking with that. It's too
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I
So
imagine Cobb also recoils at that.
Yeah, like, Kobe's already, like, standing in front of the fur as he says that.
right. So you scream unionize at the leader of the kobolds. He looks over at you. He says, "I'm the boss. I'm already in a union." And then they continue working.
Alright, dispel magic. Go with the original plan.
All right. So you
I'm
get,
gonna cast that on him as a creature.
Other people can do things too, you know.
Well, actually, if it's
yeah.
magic,
Other people
would
can
I
do things if
know-
they want to.
would I know that that was a command and it was contested?
No. So basically, the way I resolve that is he's got his existing command, which I'm not going to tell you. And I was just that's the reason I specifically asked for your command was I was gonna basically try and implement both as well as I could. So, for example, if you'd have said release, I'd have just made him drop his weapon. I was kind of hoping you'd go with release, and then you threw me for a fucking loop with unionize. But no, like the bosses of organizations normally are in a union. It's the workers that aren't allowed to join them. So that unionize on the single kobold in the middle. That's how we resolve that one.
Right. I'm gonna use dispel magic on the single guy in the middle.
All right, you use Dispel Magic on the single guy in the middle. He is no longer under the influence of the command spell.
So wait.
My command or the original one?
Oh, why would you make it that easy for me? No, the original one. Go on, Dina, what was that?
No, it's okay. Like, ooh, said my avatar looks like it's falling asleep, but I was just like drawing in my notebook for DnD, like the necromantic crowbar. I was like drawing the crowbar.
Cool.
It was just a little bit too late. They could have said retire.
Ah.
Oh, that would be cute.
Yeah.
Oof.
I can't open our rodeo.
So what happens? What happens now then?
Right. So.
Always going to walk up to. She's going to approach the needle with her arms out below, like speaking draconic, like, "I come in peace. I wish to help."
Like, now that you've been freed from your curse or like your command or whatever, how would you like to work for me?
You know, like actually.
Like, alright, you want to help?
For the king.
Okay.
The royals.
So, in Draconic, he replies, "We'll pick up a pickaxe then."
Yeah, Cobb looks like a pickaxe and looks him you first.
Okay,
Equally. You first.
he holds up the whip and he says, "I don't think you understand how employment works."
Okay, so can I?
Correlated her pistol. I don't think you understand how revolutions work.
Are you actually doing this, little man?
You told me Nickon? You're also Nickon.
Can I go over and just like lean on Carv? Like, yeah. So you guys are gonna like do exactly what he says now. Oh, she says. Sorry. She.
I mean, I've just been using Cobb as a gender fluid for now, because I don't think it's ever been said your actual pronouns.
It's not matter. Cobb is a man.
Yeah, I mean, from what I understand, most kobolds are generally non-binary, so I've just been using both.
Yeah, it's the same. Like, Cobb is more look like a man than a gender.
Right.
It's chaos incarnate.
I shall keep that in mind. Josh, do you speak Draconic?
I do not apparently.
Alright, well, this kobold
so
is
my
saying
bot
all of this in
doesn't,
Draconic.
but-
He does understand Common. However, you don't understand him speaking in Draconic to Koff.
Can translate if Cobb
My
wants to.
main character does, but the bot doesn't.
We'll go with the bot on this. Because
Alright.
that seems like
So
a real
I
good way to
speak-
just metagame yourself into 400 languages.
Yeah. I've got
No.
common on here, obviously, so I would just be like, mate, you might wanna listen to this guy.
Maybe.
Yeah, huh?
Cobb is actively seeing oppression happening. He is very close to take a shot at this traitorous kobold. Does he say anything that may make her fire?
I don't know, it's your character, you tell me. So, hey, look, you said you wanted to help. If you don't want to be employed, you don't want to be employed. That's fine, okay? But my guys are gonna keep mining.
Cobb looks at the miner. This is not work. This is slavery, and you know that fully well.
Okay, he shouts out again in Draconic. Okay, people, anybody here who doesn't want to be here, you're free to leave. And every single kobold around the edge of the keeps mining. Then he looks down at you with the smuggest dragon grin you have ever seen.
Okay, while this is going on, I'm like rolling the dice around in my hand, the focus, and I'm just like, chances of you getting out of here if you don't help us out, and then it just lands on a 1. That's like threatening towards him.
Okay, he looks at you and like, magic rock. I don't. What? Are you trying to threaten me? I'm confused. Are you saying I can go because I don't want to go? I'm happy here. I'm good here. Why would I want to get out?
Bob has an epiphany, and he walks up closer to me and goes, okay, here's the deal. You drop the weight and let us pass, or we don't have to kill you all. Like, Bob is so done with it.
Ah, so that's directly a threat, is it? And all 24 kobolds turn and face you. They stop mining. There's suddenly no clink-clank around. It's eerily silent in the cave now.
I imagine the leader standing like a small stool or like a chair, like he is like a few feet above everyone else.
He is naturally about 3 or 4 inches taller than the others, but yeah, he's definitely standing on like a rock formation in the middle.
Yeah, Paul is going to find a similar rock formation so that they are eye to eye and go, you are not afraid of the revolution. I hereby pronounce you an enemy of Pancake Island. You can either leave this peacefully, or we can do this the hard way. You are...
He looks at you as like, the revolution? What? You're... Okay, I don't... So you're revolting, and therefore I'm the enemy of the island?
Wait. Paul gets that I am... You know like a scratching of like music?
Yeah.
And pig scratch. You know the sound effect?
Yeah, the record scratch.
I can play that for you if you want.
Yeah,
through the bot.
You get the idea.
Yeah, the bot plays it.
Yeah, and Paul like, wait, you work for Princess Amelia.
Wait, don't you?
Paul is instantly more or less to go like, oh, why did she not tell us? I'm going to. And she comes angrily hops down from her little plane, like finds a wall and just screams at it.
Yep.
And out of pure anger that Amelia did not tell anything about this operation.
Yeah. Right. So as this is all going on, by the way, a bunch of some of the kobolds who are mining away. Some of them move one of the carts out up the rail tracks. And about a minute later, they come back like, Boss, the rail tracks have moved. It looks like they've been broken for a while now. What? Come look at this. So the boss like goes out with them and heads back, and he's like, wait, what the hell? Huh?
Cole is following because now that she realizes that these kobolds are friends, she wants to help.
Yeah. So the boss comes out and goes up towards like the junction that I mentioned, where like it used to go upwards, but it's now being directed to somewhere else in the cave. And he's like, "Wait, huh? We've been sending this. Have we not been sending this ore up to Princess Amelia?"
Owen looks at the traitors and I look at them and check if if they were recently moved, or if any magical bullshit is going on.
You can roll a perception on that.
I will do that. 1 second. I am cursed today, aren't I?
What did you get?
5. I don't see anything.
Alright, so with a 5, you would tell that they've been moved, like, relatively recently. You wouldn't be able to tell, like, how recently. Because it's pretty obvious that, like, the tracks are no longer connected. And, like, the one going, like, further into the mountains is made of newer tracks. You just wouldn't know when. So
Yeah,
the head kobold, like, he's got his head in his arms. He's like, wait a minute, we've literally been sending supplies out for, like, the past, like, 2 months. What's going on here?
Colvin looks at the kobold, like, talking about, like, we came from that way too. I have no idea. Colvin looks like a group. Anyone a magic user who can, like, check these things? Basically, Colvin's asking if anyone can read magic.
Ooh, Danny, you've been pretty silent. Do you wanna step in and help on this bit? I don't want you all to feel like I'm ignoring you during the roleplay sections.
Good. Oh, by all means, I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm sorry, Cole, but I can't really read magic. I am very sorry on that. I would love to help, but I'm just waiting for anything to happen so I can just shoot this bow.
Yeah.
Anything goes down.
So the head kobold like leans down and licks the ground, and then he grabs like a handful of the dirt in his claw, like puts it up to his nose and sniffs at it, lets it fall through his lets it fall through the claws. It's like, this has been disturbed for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, Cole doesn't do the same, but Cole realizes that, you know, this is like Hope's behavior, so she lets her do it. And asks her to need to speak. She goes,
I'm just here glad that Layla isn't here to see them licking the floor.
Whoa, be proud.
We're gonna smash cut to Baby's chamber where Layla is currently babysitting, and like there's just like a plate of like they've both got plates of ice cream and they're digging in. Layla is like absolutely polishing off the plate. It falls onto the floor and she polishes like what falls off the floor. We cut back.
yeah, Kobe is 100% now trying to help the kobold.
Yep.
And,
Cop
you know,
also
like,
takes a bite of dirt, but it's disgusting and spits it out.
No, it's very tasty, but she realizes that right now is not the time to eat.
Yep.
So she spits it out as a courtesy. You don't say Cole made that big special. I may have said that before.
Yeah. Right. So the kobold leader goes up the other path, like to follow where like the new rail lines are going toward.
We're following with her. She and then her down already. And not pointing towards the leader because, you know, she realized that.
Yeah. Everyone make me a con check.
Oh.
Or a con save, rather. Everybody who's walking up the path.
We should walk a canary. Oh, right, I can roll in this one.
And from me.
Ooh, Danny?
Got 8.
Oh, sorry. I was made a little wild
I
there.
got 9 my one, so 8 for me.
A con save.
Yes, con save, please.
14.
Right. This is an incredibly steep path, so everybody who rolls below a 12, by the time you get up the top, like, you are exhausted. Like, not mechanically exhausted, just like you are absolutely fucking shattered. So just take like 2 damage just from like muscle fatigue on the way up, because this is a very, very, very steep
real
path.
life relatable.
Have you ever done this?
Yeah. Right. As you're going up the path, you can start to see a light in front of you. Like the tunnel like starts to come into a light. When you get to the top of the path, 2 kobolds come by inside a minecart, like coming up on the tracks. Everybody looks at them like, hey, what did we think of that?
Can you repeat that last part?
Two kobolds come in a minecart, like, up the tracks. Everybody looks at them and goes, hey, why didn't we think of that?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Nobody thought of that because, we are very tense.
So you have climbed up the inside of the mountain now. There are some kobolds with you who've come and followed the leader of the kobolds, like just out of interest, including the ones who came up in the tracks. So there is a door which is illuminated, and around this door is just piles and piles and piles of this magical ore.
Walk past like talk to the leader, got to know them a bit better, not mention the revolution at all, because it's apparently not going off. And like after talk, she came to the door, stopped, and looked at anyone else and go, anyone here good at magic? I mean, I could
Sort
pick
of.
the knock, but I don't want to go near that door. It's snowing. Doors are not supposed to snow. Sorry, I know I'm talk a lot today, but it's fun.
Don't worry about it, son.
If I talk too much, let me know.
Yeah, we've got the players who enjoy the combat episodes. We've got the players who enjoy the roleplay episodes. I just try and keep a good balance of the two. It just so happens that this session, like Danny and Uwu, haven't got a lot to say because they're combat characters.
Yep.
But you are both very very welcome to make roleplay decisions if you want.
Before we go any further with the door, how much of this ore can I fit in my pockets?
You're a robot. Do you have pockets?
I've got a chest cavity that I can put various things to microwave in.
We have a bag of holding.
Also, I have a bag of holding.
Yeah, I was about to say.
All right. The bag of holding, you can probably fit a good amount of this ore in there. You wouldn't be able to fit all of it in there, because the bag of holding holds. Let me just double check. Up to 500 pounds. So you can fit like 500 pounds of this ore in there, but this is like 2 weeks worth of a mining operation, basically.
Okay, I'll get 500 pounds of the ore. I will go to the leader kobold and be like, alright, you don't mention to Amy about the revolution with that guy, and I will take this up, and hopefully she won't absolutely murder you when she finds out that you've been supplying a mystical magical door that's possibly got a demon that's a enemy of the state behind it to Amy. Sound good?
He's like, but the door's glowing light. There can't be anything too evil behind it, right? Right? He scratches his head nervously. You see a single bead of sweat come down as he basically looks like an emote right now.
I looked like turned to him and was like, there is a party of warriors and a priest in front of you. Do you think we're here to help you mine, or do you think we're here to vanquish the demon?
The kobold looks exactly like this.
Bob looks at the kobold leader and goes like, we all make mistakes. Do not worry.
Hey, wasn't that a Hannah Montana song?
I don't know.
The kobold starts humming Hannah Montana. Everybody make mistakes. Everybody has those days.
Corey's walking up to the door to check it because now he has more courage than before.
Also, the resident rules lawyer has pointed out that if you put in 500 pounds of that ore without taking out what's already inside the bag, it will explode and you'll all die. So I assume they put in like 498 pounds of ore.
Oh no, there's
And the
nothing
bag
in
of
there.
holding, the bag of holding was pretty empty.
Actually, no, there was some stuff in there. There was the gold in there, which we've already shared out.
Yep.
Yeah, that was it.
So that was a completely empty bag of holding.
Am I wrong?
Usually, yeah, but what? Not this time, no. Right, so you've got about 500 pounds of the ore in the bag. There is still like large amounts of it outside.
Alright, what is yours specifically called?
Call it
Pancake
RGB ore because I've said it's red, green, and blue.
Alright.
Well, it's Ardenium.
Yeah.
Amy,
Yes, Dina.
Or it's Ardenium.
can Dina hear them outside of the door? Because like if we are at a glowing door, it should probably be the door that Dina made glow.
Pancakium. Yes, Pancakium. Right. So, yes, Dina, you can hear voices outside the door now.
Okay, because Dina's standing right next to the door. Like she was like
That's
standing,
Pancakium.
sitting there,
Pancake.
Bukakium.
and like
Calling
Dina
it
could,
RGBM.
Yes.
Dina could hear like strange talking, and immediately thought, "Oh, I know who that is."
But
And she's
as you're standing on that side of the door, you listen and you can hear them sitting like no, we should call it RGBM. No, it's obviously Pancakium.
and Dina was like,
Then
oh,
you
God,
hear an
they're here.
unfamiliar voice that you haven't heard before saying, "Well, when Amelia told us to mine it, she just called it shiny rocks." Like,
Okay,
well, we should call it RGBM. No, Pancakium.
And Dina is like not really hard banging, but like she's like tapping against the door so you could hear it and say, "Guys, are you outside? Please open the door."
While they're all arguing, ooh, woo, you hear that?
Well,
No. You think Dina's saying that? That's the fucking crowbar saying that.
Yup. The
My valiant hero.
necrobar's like, I feel your presence.
I just imagine Dina is here like scratching against the door, like almost dying, like
Just
begging
like-
them to open the door. Nothing happens. Dina suddenly says, "I have the necrotic crowbar in here," and suddenly they all try to open the door.
Yeah, I'll rush in, open the door, take the crowbar out of
Dina's hand.
I mean, like, the door is still locked. If only we had a rogue here, huh?
only.
A rogue that doesn't have a crowbar to open the door with.
I do still have a crowbar. I had 2 crowbars, a normal and my necro one.
Yup.
I'm just spoiling the fun.
we do have thieves too.
I come prepared. Oh, I can either try with a crowbar to open it or lockpick the door.
You pull out your lockpicking tools, look at the door, and then Dina's like, "And the crowbar's in here too." So you're like, "No, my baby!" And you start smashing on the door.
You're not even like trying to pry the door open. You literally just start fucking swinging.
You're like, "My baby!" You stand there, you use your new steady aim, you aim at the lock.
Wild advantage.
Apparently there's
As
something that
over the
JTH
text.
could use in Layla's pack. But go ahead, Uwu, roll me a how are you, like, I played your character a bit there, but how are you actually going to attempt to open the door?
I'm going to attempt to lockpick. I've got much better.
Alright, roll me a sleight of hand then.
Uh, 27.
Yeah, okay, so that lock is absolutely, like, picked the fuck clean. And the door swings open.
So Dina's like next to the door, like.
Actually, no.
holding onto-
The door doesn't swing open. It's actually still wedged a little bit because the necromantic crowbar's still in there. But Dina, you can feel the door being pushed, so you pull the crowbar out.
Yeah. So
Carry on.
Dina's like holding the crowbar, standing next to the door. Looks like she went to hell and back the last 2 days.
Uwu charges in,
Completely
arms
ignores you
wide.
and gets the...
Yeah, I'm going to charge right in.
Charging
completely
arms
ignore
wide.
Dana and take my crowbar from her.
Hugs you,
she
spins you around in circles, and you're like, no, don't touch me. Hey, wait a second, what? And you notice that he's not touching you. He's spinning his crowbar around in circles.
Yeah, like Dina has a broken leg. Like when he takes it with a bit of force, like she falls over. Like she cannot hold that on one leg.
I see this and rush to
Taco
help.
moves immediately, like, target secured and leaves.
Okay, I think Danny said something about.
Yeah, Danny, what did you say there?
Yeah, I rush in to help her back up pretty much as she's falling, so that she doesn't fully fall on her in butt.
All right, roll me an athletics to get to her to catch her in time.
Sweet. Give me 1 second. Ow! Maybe I should actually look up Iwaki, the real world.
Athletics check immediately failed.
Yeah. Real world? Yeah. Okay, athletics check. Just gotta 1 second here. Go like this. See what thing is for athletics. Again. Special thoughts is right. So sweet. All right. And I roll it. And what do I get? Here we go. Nope. Well, you had to say something freaking RNG this. I got a 4.
So you
Not because you tripped over on the way to the dice.
Well, yeah.
you rush over to try and stop Dina from falling, but you trip on a chunk of the ore, and you land on Dina.
Ow.
Hey, Dina. Hey, as I fall, can I use my cure wounds on her?
No, but after you fall, you can.
Okay, because I'm not touching her, right?
She's already long rested. She should be full health.
She's got a
No.
broken leg. We've discussed this. So basically, she was gonna have half movement until somebody could use cure wounds on her.
Yep.
Because like imagine like you got tortured for 2 days. Even if you have like a night rest, like you're not really healthy at this point.
Your mental state is pretty much.
Pretty inconsiderate torture, honestly, then.
So Danny uses the syrup to cure wound you. You are still gonna keep the movement inhibition until you take the next short rest. But once you've like had time to sit down and rest the leg, it will be healed basically.
Could have been a granite and dropped some good berries, but no.
Right. So now what do? You've found Dina. You've also found a shit ton of magical ore and an army of kobolds.
And the crowbar.
Oh, and the precious crowbar.
I was going to look at Dina and the group and go, should we go home now and tell Amy what's happening? Does anyone have any grind spells?
Dina.
I want to emphasize this. I come to voice acting, but Tom's voice has been much more like pleasant to listen to these past few hours. Like it's much less like, you know, ranting, and you're just more just easier to hear. If you get my meaning.
What torturing tools are in the room, by the way?
Right, so he has mainly been using like his body to do it. He's been just punching her and using claws to drag on her. Like Dina's skin is like scarred now after these last 2 days. Because he will damage you and then he will heal you so that he can damage you again.
This ain't no.
And he's been doing that over and over and over again for the last 2 days.
Is there any like particularly aggressive or ruthless looking tools in there though?
The tool that Dina broke to lean on something. Like
Oh yeah, like there would have been a +1 necrotic scythe, but it's now damaged.
Okay, can I take the scythe head?
You can take the scythe head.
Cool.
You can repair it.
Or take the battery that was used on the necro bar.
You can take the
Then
battery.
The battery's gonna come in handy as well.
Yeah.
Ask the people of Loop Loop. Cole is going to look at the leader and say, This is so back to the mine.
Questions DMs never want to hear. What torture devices are in the room?
Yeah. So is there anything else like just
The burnt
around
chair.
that may be of interest or of value?
Mitch, why don't you finish what you were saying there? Because I just realised I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
Colby's looking at the leader kobold and like asking him to get the armor kobold to move the stones back. Because something is very wrong here.
Oh yeah, the
And
kobolds are
Colby's also
already working
volunteering
on
to
that. They
help
are.
us a guard.
Yep, they are already taking like the stacks of ore. They are putting it in the carts and taking it back down to the mining room.
Colby is pleased.
Right, so, why don't you all roll me a group investigation around the room? So just everybody roll investigation and then just let me know what you've got.
Did not enter the room, so should I roll or should I ignore it?
No, if you don't enter the room, then don't roll. Everybody who's
Yeah,
looking for
because-
loot in the room, basically.
So Colby is not entering that shit.
Dina rolls a 6, so she just wants to leave.
Oh yeah, Dina's like already out the door.
Yeah, like
You've got your pole. That's all you wanted. You don't care. You want to be in this room as little as possible.
yeah.
Woo, as you are looking around, but like you're looking for like traces of necromantic energy because you feel like that's sort of torture implements this demon would have. But since you're holding your necromantic crowbar, you could like that's kind of overwriting anything you can find. What was that? You cut out.
19. Sorry about that.
With a 19, you can find like there are various weapons around the room that he's been using. So actually the longsword that you wanted to take from Amelia's stronghold, there is like another one of those. It looks almost exactly the same. So you can take that longsword. That is also a necrotic longsword, so that will give you a plus D4 necrotic damage when you use it.
So I actually can use the power of the undead. Yeah. Finally.
Please don't hit Dina with it.
Yep.
And
And
don't
Josh,
hit me with your fucking shit.
and Josh, what did you roll?
3.
A 3. Yeah, this is a room.
Oh no, wait. I have resistance against necrotic.
I mean, still don't hit her with it, but it just won't hurt as much as she thought.
I won't hit you with the necrotic if you don't hit me with the radiance.
Oh, I also have a resistance against radiance, but that,
No, I'm
that shit is. Yeah, like I would not use sacred flame near you.
Oh, so you've just
Like,
got
yeah,
built-in protection from good and evil.
Yep. We're good to go.
So when Dina's outside of the room, she's like looking around, making sure that this demon is not nearby.
The demon is definitely not nearby.
Always digging enough of water and like finding a small chair for it to sit down on because while Club has not been tortured, she also thinks of being alone. And she hates it.
If you can, if you can find a chair, like Dina burned the chair down.
Yeah, there's nothing but ash for that now.
Small bones or something, like a small rock or one more of the magic of stones or something.
Oh yeah, she would probably sit there and try not to cry.
One of the kobolds brings up a mining cart and starts to load it, but Koff is like no, take this. Picks the mining cart up, takes it over. He's like, here you go, Dina, sit on this.
She looks confused at Cough, but like pets Cough's hat a bit and then sits down, like cowering there, shivering.
You cannot see Cobb's eyes, but her pupils became huge as the attack happened. Well, this is her first ever attack.
Aww.
Ah, the first.
And Cobb is hopping with Dina in the mining cart as she also rests a bit.
Right, so the party sleeps in the mining cart. When we come back to the party 8 hours later, they are all shackled up in the room. No, I'm not gonna.
That was straight up bullshit right there.
It sounded like something you
Yeah,
could do.
That's a true DM Huggable moment right there. Alright. I am
I-
flashbacks. Serious flashbacks.
I think one day when we sleep somewhere strange, Amy would say, "Yeah, so you decided to sleep there, and I decided that it was still too dangerous to sleep there. Deal with it."
Yep.
It can be quiet a bit because I feel I've talked way too much right now. So
Okay.
other people can do
And I immediately cut literally everyone who was doing anything off and say, we need to get the fuck out of here right now. Kobolds, you'll come too. And make a fucking break for the door.
Okay.
it.
I'm
I put the one shot on my back, and I'm like, alright, let's go. Pretty much it's in the quiver of my arrows. I don't have a.
Yes.
I actually don't see for it yet.
But you would have a sheath because you've already got a regular longsword.
Oh, yeah. But then that one long, but I have to take the one sword out to put the other one sword in the other sheath. So one of them is out.
Right, so you sheath your longsword, Josh fucking legs it.
Yeah, I immediately leg it. If I can get out the cave, I am heading straight for the castle.
I'll follow. I guess I'll follow with you for now.
Right.
Like this a little bit.
So everybody runs down the steep path. The kobolds are moving the ore back and forth. Did you say like you told the kobolds to also get out
Yeah,
there?
if I see any kobolds going the wrong way, I tell them to fucking leg it as well.
Right. With what reasoning? Because these kobolds are workers, they're just gonna keep doing it.
About to go off.
It's leader with us.
The kobold leader is at the top. He's basically like directing the kobolds to get this ore back down to the room where we're mining.
I told him to come with us as well.
Right. In that case, then, as
It was just a case of Amy needs you guys.
Yep.
I'm not giving them any reason past that.
Right. So every kobold he passes, he tells to turn around, and everybody runs back down.
If I may, like, I like to imagine that holding myself out the rope behind the mine part that the cobalt can latch onto, and like the motherfucker gets down with the headstone.
Does this minecart have brakes? Because you might want to be careful what you're saying.
Whee! Okay, so you jump in the minecart, you go down. Roll me just a flat d20 luck.
Christ. Can RNGesus bless it?
That be and it's gonna be
I think they're fours.
Oh my god. Okay, so as you get in the minecart and charge down, the minecart doesn't have brakes. Fortunately for you, as you get to the big room where all the kobolds were mining, there are a few kobolds standing on the tracks, who you mow the fuck down, but it manages to stop your cart.
Who needs brakes when we've got kobolds on the track?
lesser means for bigger cause, I guess. Everybody.
Yep. So these kobolds like go flying, they smack against the wall, they manage to get up and dust themselves off, but they're like, "Hey, watch it!"
David, get the fuck out.
That they don't die.
I, again, immediately shout, like, no time to explain, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And keep just gunning for the door.
Yep.
Or, well, entrance, I guess.
Yeah. Like, are you feeling something? Like, are your senses tingling?
I... right. This is player knowledge, so I wouldn't be able to say it, but basically I've just had a message from Amy. I messaged Amy as soon as we got to Dina. Obviously, I would be sprinting way in front of you guys because I've had this message.
That is
and I
character
wouldn't have
knowledge.
had
That is
time
literally
to
a
explain.
that is literally a message like in character. So that is character knowledge you can give off.
Yep.
Yeah, but like, what I'm saying is I wouldn't be able to shout it back to them.
You don't.
Yep.
Yeah.
But as player knowledge, I've just had a message. I'm getting the fuck out as soon as possible and telling you guys to also get the fuck out.
So you're legging it, you're panicking. Everybody who sees the GTH bot, it currently looks like Roadrunner.
Yeah, so like this is the only time you've ever seen my character move with any sort of fucking
Yep.
like,
And,
oh fuck, I gotta get out of here type thing.
and instead of
Yeah.
saying meep meep, he says beep boop.
I think like I think everyone needs to be concerned about this because like you're all longer with him so you would know that he would normally not act like this.
Yeah, that's why I'm following him and saying, let's get the fuck out.
Yeah,
Right.
and Dina cannot run.
So
I imagine we've fucking legged it. We have to turn around because Dina's like limping down the fucking ramp. Guys, wait for me!
Dina's in the cart, which is how she got down. Which brings us nicely to the next section. Have I ever done a D&D 4E style skills challenge with you guys?
No.
What is that?
No, you never said that. You fucking did. I hate this.
Yeah.
Right.
I think
So
I did some in the last campaign a long time ago.
a skills challenge is kind of like death saves, but it's like it's told in story. So what we're gonna do is you guys have got a goal that I'm gonna give you. You have to accomplish that goal. You're gonna roll initiative, and you're gonna take it in turns. To try and do something to advance that goal. Like, for example, you can use like your athletics to run toward the exit and shit like that. If
Roll.
you can't use the same skill as the person before you used, you also can't use the same skill that you used last turn.
Yep.
So, say for example, GTH says, "I use athletics to run out of the cave," and Dina says, "I use athletics to run out of the cave like on a broken ankle." That wouldn't be allowed,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So,
Shall we roll now?
19.
yeah, so everybody roll initiative while I set up the and drop the initiative in D&D player chat so that I can get the order in check. While you do that,
19, 20 actually, 30, 20.
yeah.
Yay.
So while you do that, I'm gonna set up the challenge. So as you get down into the room with all of the mining, the already dark walls start to darken further. They cast shadows that look like little portals, and out of each of these portals comes a demonic imp. They start attacking the kobolds. They start chasing after you. And very similar to in the previous campaign, where the entire floor was turning black and goopy, that happens here, except like each section of black goop is spawning another imp.
Okay, I slow down from my run. This is purely RP. I slow down from my run to the CJ walk, and I just say, "Ah, shit, here we go again."
Yeah,
You motherfucker.
right.
I want to do that, but you beat me to it.
I'm gonna be right back
do
to
this.
my dog.
Oh, okie dokie.
Yeah, it is
Actually, it is.
Yeah, so it's break time.
Took us 20 minutes to want a break.
Yeah. Oh, have you left yet?
Yeah.
I'm just leaving now. I literally have no time to stay.
All right. We'll finish off the setup when you get back. Then everybody, take yourself a break. We'll be back in 15 minutes.
Alright, BRB gamers.
Bye boy.
I'm still.
You heard them.
I'll still.
I will be right back.
I'll still get it up because I'm.
Oh, hey, oh, nerds, we back. Ooh's not back yet, so we're not playing, but we back.
If I may give ask a quick thing.
We back, asterisk. Go on, Mitch.
I have a artificial ability that makes me able to help people with skill check. Can you fit in a skill challenge?
You can, but it will be treated like a turn in combat. So it will be like if it's like a 1 per day ability that is expended, you won't be able to use it in the combat coming up and shit like that.
Use your reaction, so you're 1 per turn.
Then yeah, you can use that. Although, like I say, you can't use one that you've already used that turn previously.
Yeah, I just
So-
want to make sure.
But yeah, you are allowed to use any abilities like that that give you like advantage on that. You can use those as long as it's relevant. So again, like
Yeah.
Uwu couldn't say something like, "Yo, I use my advantage on hearing checks to hear if like the imps are coming up." That would be like allowed. But if it was a case of, "Yo, I use my advantage on hearing checks to like," I can't think of something that a hearing check wouldn't apply to.
Yeah, I understand.
To
Yeah.
see if there are more imps.
Yeah, but like Uwu's not stupid enough to say that.
Hmm.
Like there's space for haggling. Basically, you've got to pass 8 skill checks as a group before you fail 3 skill checks. I have put the rules in D&D players.
Would I be able to investigate the vibration on the floor to see how many imps are coming around? Something like that. See how much vibrations the floor is actually coming towards us.
I mean, you could like literally see all of the imps, so that would be a no.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying for future reference, we didn't know what was coming and we're in a skill check, we don't know what's coming. That's what I'm saying for future reference. That's what I was asking. Sorry. Or Stevie. Very silent all of a sudden.
Yeah, like. Yeah, like Dina could use fly, so she would have not the movement difficulties. But I think Amy doesn't want me to use that.
If it's an ability you've got, you're allowed to use it.
Yeah, I have this ability, but
Good.
like the only thing I'm doing is like floating and glowing, so I wouldn't have the problem with like running, because that would not like be the problem. I just try to find where boss others I
think you can use once every after what, like you can use your fly after a long once every one rest, a long rest, so you have your fly back, of course.
yeah
Yeah, I
have
mean,
my
like
fly-
your flight is available to you. Like, I'm not gonna tell you you can't use your super cool abilities. Just because I've broken your leg. Like, literally, the point of me breaking your leg was for people to find a cool way to get around that.
Yup.
yeah, like I would have nothing. I would have nothing against that. Some of the stronger characters would carry me. I'm pretty sure Koff would carry me if they could.
Ah, yes, Carl, the strongest, tallest, and burliest of the
I
characters.
said if they could.
Hey, I can try to carry you, but every time I try, I fucked up. Remember that. Bumsy. You may fall because I fell. I'm going to take that risk. Alright, I gotta. Put that for brass. What color should I put that for my exhaust? So. but I love this campaign. But not as much as I love this freaking DM. Second campaign has ever been the DM, and I'm loving it. Ba, 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 ba.
So I read out on Radiant Soul again. So I can use the wings for 1 minute. And I also deal like radiant damage because they're like glowing wings. Would it be effective in this scenario, or would that just be a cool side effect that has no use for us at the moment?
Well, you are gonna have to escape a load of demonic imps.
Okay, good. And I think imps are not immune to radiant damage. The extra damage is equal to your proficiency bonus, and my proficiency bonus is, I think, 7.
3, I think.
No, is it the modifier or the spell attack?
The proficiency bonus is just the bonus itself. Otherwise, it would have said spell attack. Can you read it again? Just to make sure.
Okay. 2 luminous spectral wings spread from your back temporarily. Until the transformation ends, you have a flying speed equal to your walking speed. And once of each of your turns, you can deal extra radiant damage to one target when you deal damage to it.
So you have a flying
an
speed
attack
equal
or
to your
spell.
walking speed. Should I
Yeah,
should
but-
I evilly cackle and point out that your walking speed is currently 15 feet?
Yeah, like that's the
I would say
thing.
according to the rules, downward walking speed is 30 feet.
Yeah, that's why I was not sure if I should use the wings because of this, because I know about that.
All right, I'll tell you what. Your check can be like I use the wings and I rolled the check on that, and depending on how well you roll, will be like whether you can fly or not.
Okay.
Because it could be that your body is like literally like this injury is like so hard coded into your body, it's remained even though you've had a long rest. So it could just be like that's encoded into your soul, and your wing is also broken. Or it could be that like if you pass the check, that your wings spring forward, and it's like lol, broken leg, nerd. Well, I can fly now.
Okay. Then Idina doesn't do that right now, but let me pray for a second to, I don't know, Apollo, RNGesus, whoever that I'm not like have
also-
a stupid roll again.
Pet says in my chat, your proficiency is +3. Everyone says.
Oh yeah, it's like right on my sheet, like in big letters, proficiency +3 bonus, and I'm
Yeah.
stupid that I didn't read that.
So I think it's for D&D Beyond, that's normally worked into the actual check, so you don't need to worry about what it is. That's why nobody knows what their proficiency is. But everybody has the same proficiency at the same level, usually.
Okay.
It's basically a way to power creep the, to combat the power creep of the monster. So the monsters will have higher checks and higher DCs. And the way you get around that is the higher level you are, like, the higher you will roll because of your proficiency and all of your abilities and shit. So, like, you know, for a level 3 character, an 18 DC to hit a monster will be almost impossible. But a level 18 character will have a load of boosts, and also their proficiency bonus is, like, +7.
Oh, I get that.
So you get, like, a +7 to hit with a weapon, plus whatever else, like, abilities you picked up along the way.
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. Like, when you were like making like the basement map, I think you did it. I was like doodling your face on the side.
Oh, that was ooh, my dad. I wasn't even expecting that. I was just like, we came along and Uwu was like, yo, okay, here's the map. I was like, wait, what? I mean, yeah, of course I told Uwu to make this. Like, let's fill it with smoke and let's do some combat.
And then someone wrote on the side, "Don't scroll over there." And I was like, and I immediately thought, oh, maybe Amy is mad at me that I was like drawing while everyone else was role playing because I couldn't say anything.
Everybody was drawing and writing and having fun. I don't mind that. It's all in the spirit of it. Like, I am not a serious like DM. I'm not going to sit here and be like, everybody needs to pay attention. Although, like, if somebody were to, you know, let's just say, for example, abandon the campaign to watch the new Hell of a Boss episode an hour early, that would make me angry. Just speaking in hypotheticals.
It's on right now, actually. It's on right now, actually.
Danny, don't scream at me.
Sorry. For the wildness. That was me. I just realized it is actually on right now, but I ain't going to. I'm waiting.
But yeah,
I will
please,
probably watch
please.
tomorrow because I have the talk show right after this.
Uh-huh.
Yo.
Oh, now I remember what I wanted to do. I wanted to write the question for the talk show.
Oof.
I was like sitting here. I was like, I remember I wanted to do something, but what did I want to do? And I had like a moment of like sitting here, not sure what I wanted to do.
How many guests have we got this week?
4. It's not so much. It's dealable.
Might be an idea to do what we did in the last talk show and just like, you know, talk about anime like unprompted, because that was a real cool format, I think.
Yeah.
Like, some questions are there for if everybody goes silent, but like otherwise it's just gonna be a case of, yo, who watched Cardcaptor Sakura growing up? And then everyone's just gonna groan and be like, oh, for fuck's sake, here goes Amy for the next hour.
Okay.
Sakura's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
I have a manga coloring book or what? No, like a drawing book or what? Yeah, pretty much a coloring book that actually has a picture of her that I have to color later.
I actually
My heart stopped then. I thought you were like, oh, I got this like manga coloring book. It's like a regular manga, but it's in black and white, and you can color it in. I was like, no, Danny, don't do that. That's just a manga. That's what manga is. It's black and white. Do not color in that manga.
Amy, I sometimes buy used manga online, and then like we got like a bunch of manga, and like the ones I don't read I sell again, so I have more money to buy figurines and stuff. And I had like a couple manga, and someone started drawing like coloring like parts, and I was like spending like at least an hour to erase the color.
Oh, woof.
That was like heartbreaking. Okay.
You add to a skill when you're proficient, so if you weren't proficient in intimidation and had 2 charisma, you'd have +2 intimidation. But if you are proficient and have +2, +3 proficiency for a total of 5 intimidation. Yeah, like a lot of the times you should just work into your sheet so you don't need to brain whether you've got proficiency or not. It will just be like, you know, Uwu, for example, in lockpicking has a +7. I'm going to assume that's because he's got a high dex and a +3 proficiency.
Yeah, Tom has a +7 investigation, so yeah.
I'm really hoping that my wings will work, because then it would make so much sense to intimidate some of the imps with like glowing wings. Like, that is intimidating for some small imps to get out of the way, and then I probably totally fail.
Are you setting up so that you can use an intimidation check to see if your wings work?
Yeah, like intimidation is +4 for me. I don't know why. I'm like a nun, like an angel. I'm like the delicate being you can imagine, like softer than an angel's not getting.
I've seen some fucking terrifying nuns. Have you ever been to Ireland?
Give him a ruler. Just give Mahal a ruler. Enough said.
Just try to fucking persuade somebody to give you the information you want. Well, the baby Jesus would have got the information. Slaps a ruler on the desk. Intimidation check, please.
Yes. Thank you.
But like, I have intimidation +4, but I also have a persuasion +4, so I can be nice, and if nice is not working, I can be mean.
Yeah, I've got a +8 to medicine, which is why I immediately dibsed the. Yeah, I'm gonna fix your leg for you. Don't worry.
I have.
Well, you're last in the order, so have fun with that.
No, I just want to make sure about something here.
What?
You're a sorcerer, correct?
Yeah, I'm a soul-bound sorcerer.
And you have a +1 charisma modifier. Am I correct?
I have I +4 charisma modifier.
That does not make much sense in my head, but oh, never mind. No, it does make sense now. Because I guess you're not proficient in them.
Yeah,
Sorry,
don't
my bad,
don't worry
my
about it,
bad.
Mitch. Pet made the character for her.
I have a charisma +7. Like I'm charismatic as fuck. Like people look at me and they're already charmed, and I didn't even say anything yet.
Well, you have a charisma +7 and you have an intimidation +4?
Yeah, it was my fault too, then. What?
I have Arcana +5, Deception +4, Intimidation +4, Performance +4, Persuasion +4, and Religion +5.
What's your charisma then? If you're +7 and you got +4 and all of those.
I am. Charisma is +4.
Yeah, I have 18 charisma plus.
But neither of her the charisma skills are proficient.
Yeah, that's yeah, my proficiency is like religion, insight, and arcana that are intelligence based, and medicine. Like those are the proficiencies she has, because she is a nun that got betrayed, so she doesn't want to get light anymore, and she's helping people. So like she's.
The thing is, I thought that you were proficient in at least like persuasion, and that was why I was confused.
No,
I see.
No, I'm not. I manage her her proficiencies to like fitting her character, and
now, and I thank you for clearing it up.
All my stuff is set up for fucking. All my things are like wisdom or freaking wisdom things like survival, freaking perception, animal handling is like my strongest, but everything's like just 6, +6 for pretty much. Yeah, anything that's
Do
wisdom.
the overall stats, like your charisma, wisdom, intelligence, con, and all that, can they have proficiencies?
No, they cannot.
Because I've got proficiencies on my saving throws.
Yeah, saving throws specifically, but that's not the base stat.
I was just looking at that because, like, my con saving throw on my main character is a +7, but it's only a +4, so that means that I've got, like, the proficiency bonus on the saving throw, but not on the main stat.
Yeah, you probably got proficiency on all saving throws, I'd imagine. Actually, have you got that on all of them, or is it just con?
Con and strength.
Yeah, it's based on the class. For example, the sorcerers have a con and charisma. You get the idea.
Yeah.
Different saving throws depending on the class.
I'm back, by the way.
Hey, I was just about to ask if we have a new Will back. Right, I have posted the.
I have to hand feed my dog these days, so.
That's fine. Don't worry about it, darling. I have posted the order and the rules in the DnD player chat if you want to check those out. So first up, we will get straight into it. Shizu. Also, guys, keep in mind, the goal is to get out of the cave, but there are things like, there are imps around that you can use your skill checks on. Dina needs to be helped out. You can do things to help the kobolds out. you can do things to work on ore. Like, you don't have to just put your thing toward getting out of the cave, because you need, as a group, to get 8 successes, and that will be, like, the overall victory in the goal. So...
Well, no one takes stealth because I'll automatically succeed in that.
Lol. You should be able to take stealth as long as Shizu doesn't take it, basically, because Shizu goes before you.
Yeah, I'm saying no one does that, it's an automatic win.
Speaking of Shizu...
I'm thinking. Fuck. You know what? I'm wondering I'm wondering why are these imps even showing up? So, is there a way I could use my speak with animals or whatnot? Imps are technically a creature, right?
I don't believe that would work now.
Damn. Don't really have it. Down here.
Oh, that's actually a valid point as well. Anybody who wants to use a spell to help them out, that will consume the spell shot, but you will still have to make an actual check. So you can be like, you know, I cast Fireball to light the way. Like, you would expend a spell check, spend a spell slot for Fireball, and then still make the check.
Yeah, that's what I was going for my animal handling with my wisdom. That's what I was saying. Because of animal handling, that's what I was asking. Because I wanted to see it, and that I could try to see why are they here? Like, what's going on here? Like, I just walk up to them like, what's going on here? Why are you guys here? I don't even care about leaving right now. I just want to know what the heck y'all doing here.
They are very obviously angry and chasing you and mad and taking swipes, so that would not be something that you could... But you couldn't go up to them and talk to them, you know? They are chasing you right now. They are trying to stab you.
But then I pretty much just pull out my freaking necrocomic longsword and intimidate and pretty much tell them to back the fuck off.
Alright, so you want to try and intimidate to hold the horde of imps back. Roll that for me then.
Stupid mouse. And roll. 14.
14 is a success. So you turn around and you start shouting at the imps. You maybe fight 1 or 2 of them off. It doesn't curtail the horde very well, but they do start coming up a little bit slow. Like, the ones at the front lines start to hold back, but the ones at the back lines, like, keep pushing. Woo, you're up.
Yeah, I'm going to do a sleight of hand first.
Okay, to do what?
There's a kobold right next to me. There's a hand coming out on the wall with a knife. And I'm going to use sleight of hand.
The kobolds are on your sides, the imps are the bad guys. But yes, you can...
Okay, an imp is coming at the kobold with a knife. And I'm going to use sleight of hand to disarm the imp.
Sounds good, roll that.
Yeah, well, as long as it's a 1 or higher, I succeed.
Well, I'm gonna mark that down as a success then. How the fuck? Do you have
19.
a plus 11?
I have plus 11 in sleight of hand and plus 11 in stealth.
Jesus Christ. Cove, you're up.
Yeah. I don't know how this will work, but Paul is going to look around to see. I'm going to use investigation to, like, maybe find an optimal path for the kobolds and the group to use to leave this place.
That sounds pretty good. So, it's pretty much a straight shot up. There are tunnels going left and right, but you can use your investigation to, like, you know, identify which patches of, like, gravel and which patches of dirt are gonna, like, cause people to slip and, like, charter a course through them if you want. So roll that.
Yeah.
I can imagine you there with like little flags, like avoid this, avoid this, avoid this.
Success. 19.
Yep, 19 is a success. I think I might have set the DC a bit low for this. Christ.
I didn't roll yet, Amy.
Thank you.
I didn't roll yet.
Right, so you charge forward and you manage to like. There's literally like a patch of gravel that like you can see is like really loose. Like Dina's about to step into because you're helping her hobble along. So you like drag her to one side and keep going forward. Speaking of Dina,
Pray to God and try to get my wings out, so I'm not a burden anymore.
all right, so you can use a religion check to try and cast your wings and see if that gives you 30 or if it maintains at 15 feet. Roll your religion.
14.
14. That is a success. So your wings come out gloriously. As Kov points out, this patch of soil that you probably shouldn't be stepping in because you'll slide all the way back down. You jump over it, and as you do, your wings burst out from your back, and you're like, "All right, I can fly." I am very much regretting setting such a low DC for this now. Carry on. Jather, you're up.
I'm assuming medicine is no longer needed on Dina.
You can still use it.
You could use medicine to patch up the wounded kobold.
Yeah, let's go with that then. So I will, like any of the ones that look wounded, the ones that we bowling pinned out of the way, I'm gonna patch them up a bit and, you know, give them a little, fucking shower room slap with a towel and then send them off to battle.
Yeah, so as you're like running out of the cave up through the mines, the imps chasing you from behind. You're also running with like the group of kobolds, and you can see that like some of them are running slower than the others. There's one that's actually like limping. This was one of the ones that you like, you know, fucking struck. So you give them a good enthusiastic pat on the rear as a medicine check.
Yeah, that is a 23. It rolled off camera, but only slightly, and I pushed it.
I mean, nobody else has failed yet, so I'll keep this in mind for the next skill challenge I do. Much higher DC required.
Please no.
Okay,
Flashback.
never said that. So,
Right, so you need 3 more successes before this is called a successful skill challenge. Shizu, you're up. Remember, you can't use intimidation because you used it last turn. You also can't use medicine because Jather just used it.
Yep. So, I'm going to do a little bit of lore here for this little bit of action here, but I'm gonna pull my older siblings, but you don't really know each other. We get to hear like word of freaking dreams and all that visions. But I'm gonna try to pull a saloon and jump over these imps using my acrobatics.
The imps are all behind you.
Oh, so they're all behind me then? Yeah, so if they're all behind me, I think going towards the door to exit, like blocking our exit from going there. So I have to jump in over them then.
No, they are chasing you guys out of the cave. They are trying to get to you to initiate combat, but like rather than fighting them, you are legging it.
you could use acrobatics to like hop over, you know, perilous.
No. Michael Bay's like a Black Ops 1 style dolphin dive as the cave explodes behind you out of the cave.
Just gets it. But just gets it. I thought they were
You
going
wanna-
to the edge of the cave.
You can use your acrobatics to like nimbly jump around the mines and the surroundings and like all of the things that Kov has pointed out. You can use your acrobatics for that. So roll that.
Sweet. Basic Dex, so next is what next was okay. There's her I get you get Nat 20 21, so
All right,
But yeah,
so
nat
yeah,
20.
you managed to nimbly jump over the obstacles that Cove has been marking out. And with the nat 20, you're at the head of the party now.
In my brain, I'm just like, my sister couldn't do this. She sucks.
Woo, you're up.
+7. I'm gonna use stealth to
Uh,
dodge any incoming projectiles from the
Nah, that ain't
different-
gonna fly. No, you can't use stealth to dodge
No,
projectiles.
That's just.
Like, they can
Yeah.
see where you are.
There was a 10.
You could use stealth.
You
to
try and
hide.
crouch, and it just goes from, it goes from like hidden to danger immediately.
Yeah.
It's on your stealth.
What was that, sorry?
It still on your stealth.
You can't use
y-
stealth in that way, but if you reword it, then
Yeah, like
there's nothing mechanically stopping you from using stealth. But that was a
Like-
boring way of doing it.
convince me about a way that you could use stealth to get away from imps who can already see you.
I can run in front of somebody, so I'm not the loose line of sight. Then use my stealth to dodge incoming.
All right, go on. I'll allow it. Roll it.
Just do it. If I get one or higher, I pass. Oh, nat 20, 31.
All right, so you
21.
That 20
3-1,
plus
yeah.
is 11.
So you duck in front of Kov, who is 6 inches shorter than you, and you still manage to disappear as far as the imps are concerned. You
disappear so well that you have literally lost yourself.
you
You
look
are
back
about to
and
have an existential crisis.
you look back and you see the head imp, like the one at the front of the party, scratching his head, like, where'd that blue guy go? Like, they don't care. Like, they're chasing a whole party. But the fact that one of them is just disappeared is just like, wait, what? So
Now you
that's...
see me, now you don't, bitch.
That is 7 successes. Cove, you're up.
Yeah, I'm going to do something that I'm not that good at, but Cobb is going to look back and shout at all of the remaining kobolds to hurry up. I'm going to use persuasion.
Sounds good to me. Roll it.
And 13, that it passes.
It does. All right, that's 8 successes. So, as the imps are charging at you out of the cave, you manage to keep ahead of them at a good pace. And as you get out into the mouth of the cave, where the river is coming in, the imps recoil at the sunlight coming into the cave. And they're just like waiting there, just standing, angrily chirping. They're screaming things at you in I believe, Draconic?
Not-
Can I
Infernal.
like direct my RGB directly at them?
They are like screaming things at you in Infernal. They are angry that you have got away.
In your head,
not-
Cobb.
I thought I would speak Upsil, or how the language of demons is called.
That is Infernal, and yes, that's what they're speaking. I had to just double check that real quick. And because you managed to successfully do that without using any of your rerolls, all of the kobolds and the kobold commander also managed to successfully get out, some of whom are carrying chunks of the ore. Because they just, like, never dropped them as they were moving them around. It was like, okay.
Nicely done, you guys. Suzuki said so. Even though she knows they don't understand shiz.
Like, I wanted to set the DC as a 15, but I figured, nah, that'd be too difficult. And then, like, I didn't realize some of you have got +7 proficiency bonuses, you know?
Handshake. Good luck.
So that skill challenge for you guys was a complete resounding success. What do you want to do now that you've managed to successfully escape?
I am gonna make sure we've got everyone. Tell all of the kobolds to go report to Amy in the castle, and then I assume that all is ours for the taking.
Yeah, so you...
This, and as she does, she's going to hand out small piece of paper, not pamphlet for the revolution, but rather paper they can put on their head so they don't get sunburned. Kobolds to kobolds. So, you know, look like more like umbrella hats you can buy.
Just like all of the kobolds run out with tiny little paper hats.
Yes.
Sailor hat that was made of paper.
Yeah. The kobold leader, as all of the other kobolds are like heading toward the castle, the kobold leader pulls you guys aside. The imps are still like angrily shouting at you, but they like literally cannot leave the cave at the moment. The kobold leader pulls you aside and he's like, "Thanks for stopping us down there. Amelia's had us mining those ores for a while, but I don't know at what point they stopped reaching her. I'm gonna have to have a word with her and figure out what's going on there. But it's very, very concerning that those imps came and chased us as soon as they realized that we weren't working for them anymore."
I'll just be like, yeah, that is a bit weird that happened. Go talk to Amelia now. Go. Get out of here, skedaddle.
Go on, slap him on the ass as he goes. Like, oh,
And then I'll say, like, yeah, I'll get all of this over to the I'll get all of this over to the thing.
Ah, so you're attempting to steal the ore.
How much of this ore is there?
Right, well, you've got what you've got in the bag of holding already. Anything else you would have to, like, carry yourself. But they are, like, large chunks of it.
Alright. Right, okay. Bag of holding for me, I'm gonna basically just keep that as my cut. Everyone else grab what you want. I'm gonna take like the biggest looking chunk and take that to Amelia so that she doesn't get too suspicious.
Wait, no,
Like, hey, this is all of the stuff we could get out. It's what the kobolds were carrying, you know?
Is that what you want to say to Amelia?
Basically, yeah. I'll say like, yo, I've took a small amount of it so that I can like research on it and see about using it in drones and the likes. But
Want to roll me a
this is, like, the
deception
majority
check
of
on
it.
that if you're gonna tell them that if you're gonna tell me that this small chunk is all you could recover?
5.
All right, so with a 5, as soon as you say that, she looks at you and she raises an eyebrow.
Never mind.
No, go on, Kov.
No, it won't matter. I could have made that a 9, but would that have mattered?
No, she would still look at you and she would raise an eyebrow and just be like, "Okay, that's all you could recover. Then that's fine. If this is the only chunk that you could get a hold of, I suppose I can give you 20 gold pieces for this piece."
Okay.
Amelia notices that Cove is vibrating, like she really wants to say something, but she's terrified that anyone would like stop her.
It's like, I want to tell on Jather, but
hand, and then everyone turns to look at her like, you fucking dare.
Right. So,
Imagine that people are telling Amelia exactly what happened apart from the ore.
does Kov do that?
Come again?
Does Kov rat the rest of the group out?
Ultimately, no, because she wants what's best for the people, and she realizes that if she rats out the group, maybe her kobold king would also be in danger.
Also, the amount in the bag of holding is what I'm planning to use. I literally got like all of you guys can basically fill your pockets with what's there. The amount that I picked up to take is what I'm giving to Amelia to be like, yeah, this is all we could get, sorry.
Yeah. Alright, so everybody who picked up and bought some ore over for Amelia, she will buy it off you for 20 gold pieces. Josh, the ore inside your bag of holding, based on what you've just given to Amelia, is probably worth about 2,000 gold pieces.
Do you decide to sell it?
You don't. What? What are you going to do?
Well, I'm the one with the bag of holding, and I'm the one who
I'll
actually
say,
was like, yeah, I'll carry this. Like, none of you help with that, so that's mine.
Alright,
I'm not gonna
party.
sell it.
Party infighting, here we come.
I'm not gonna sell it. That's gonna be like
Right, so-
used for various bots.
I mean, I'm curious. As you all get your 20 gold piece payout, are any of you gonna look over to Josh and be like, go and give her the bag? Do you know how much we could earn if you gave her the bag?
Dude,
If anyone,
I'm going to do something with it.
What, you want to keep
let's-
your ore? Was that Cov?
Bob has not taken any ore because she's weak.
Dina
that's-
didn't pick up any ore too. Like she didn't care for that stuff. Not really.
Neither did I. I didn't care for you, so I picked none up.
But so basically what happened there is Josh picked up a chunk of ore and carried the bag of holding and walked it to the castle, and everyone else was like, oh, I mean, this is cool. We got like a whole bag of a holding full of ore. We don't need to carry an extra chunk. And you get there and Amelia's like, all right, it's 20 gold pieces each. And Josh is like, cool, we didn't get any more.
yeah, like I would have explained as we were walking there, like, yo guys, the stuff here is going to be like used for stuff. I can't really sell it.
That
By
is.
the looks of it, Amy isn't going to be too chuffed with giving it away.
And I was gonna try to stay till you take you to the side, but like, hey, you're good at those freaking bots and everything. I have to do all these adventures. I can't really tend to my freaking orchard or anything. You think you can make me a freaking automated tapper bot? Then so they
Fuck
can
it,
just-
let's do that then. So
just don't tell
let's say that like anyone who would complain about this, I can make you like a bot to help you out, like a little
So,
small
like, this is the thing,
or
like,
you know,
I
will use this stuff to make things like bots and to research and do stuff like that. So like, if you have any problems with not getting anything when you could get $2 grand out of this, let me know. We can figure out something I can make.
Yeah, that's the
Obviously,
thing,
we'll have
like,
to check with Amy first.
I have absolutely no problem with Josh stealing all of the ore. By the way, Amelia is fully aware that you have stolen all of the ore. Because you got a fucking 5 on your deception check. I don't have a problem with that. Amelia wouldn't really have a problem with that. But if the party knows that they have been cheated out of about 2,000 gold pieces, that is for you guys to resolve, you know?
Yeah, like I'm saying, if you have any issues, we can work something out, but this is like, I want to find ways of using this
See, who knows nothing.
or gameplay rather than just, yeah, here's $2 grand and you can use that to buy like a +1 bow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, hell, the opportunity is still there. I could just be like, yes, I was kicking around that mine. I fought off all those guys and I bought some more for you. Like, if I can't find a use for it.
Yeah, so Amelia, who is like fully aware that like you think you're cheating her out of all that ore, is basically just going to let you guys know, right? You know, this is going to be like very useful for protecting the island. So I will pay you like 20 gold pieces for each piece of it that you bring to me, because this is magic reflectant, or it is called RGB. And I can use it to make a barrier. It literally has the properties of like reflecting magic and canceling magic. Like that is what this ore is for.
That's why I want it, because I'm thinking, yo, I could armor my bots with this. I could make armor for you guys. I could make weapons. I could do things with this.
Yeah.
We know.
You're
Hello.
very lucky, because I'm rolling dice to see if Tom is letting you out, and you're basically, he's not saying anything.
Yeah, so the decision to take this and not say anything to Amy was a 10, and that was a 50-50 shot on a d20. I rolled a 10. So we barely got away with that, and the pick a piece up and give that to her was a 14.
Nice. So all of this is random.
I was expecting
Also,
you guys
Guy
to
Fawkes,
also
thank you
do
for the
that though,
stretch.
so that you could get some money. I wasn't like, right, I'm keeping the amount we got, but if we like all carry a chunk, we can help Amy out. We can do this, you know.
That's the thing.
We
There are
can make it look less suspicious.
There are probably a couple of
Josh-
100 gold pieces worth of it that the kobolds all bought out. So like Amelia will go and collect that and pay the kobolds for that.
I get there first. These
Josh?
people get out the freaking castle.
Oh, the kobold commander will have already told them that like there is they can't get back into the mine. However, some kobolds bought some out. He has already been paid for that. That is now officially property of the crown.
Yeah, that's why I immediately picked the piece up. Like, yo, I'm taking this. Don't worry, I got you. I'll help you guys out. Wink.
Go on, Maho. You're absolutely pissing yourself to talk. Go.
Sorry about that.
I just wanted to say to Josh, like, when they left there, like, they didn't know that they get money for this orb.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting
like-
money. I was
yeah,
thinking
so-
like, hey, maybe we can get money like if I give it to Amy later. But at the end of the day, this is stuff that she's already paid people to mine.
Yeah. So, and like, Dina is like signing to Emilia that she wants to talk to her. Like, while the whole negotiation and like not telling about like those like bunch of orb is like going on.
Yeah, that's fine. We can arrange that for after this encounter. The ore, by the way that works is like much like everything else on Pancake Island. There aren't particularly jobs around here. Just everybody does what they're able to do. So the kobolds who are like good at mining and good at being in the dark and sorting that shit out and working as a group, they have gone down into the mountains to mine that ore, and are then bringing it up to sell to Amelia. Like that is the arrangement that they have. So they haven't like already been paid for it. They sort of like sell Amelia what they get out.
Okay. Oh, and by the way, I really would like a jewelry piece with this type of orb. But like Dina would, instead of asking Josh, she would ask like Emilia if she can get one. Because
How about
she.
you said you're gonna like motion to Amy that you want to talk, right?
Yeah, like she's wanting.
I will
tell
do
her
an
what
insight
happened.
roll as to whether or not I will like see that and then pull you aside myself to be like, hey, we can use this ourselves.
It's not
I will,
about the
like it will be to benefit the party rather than to benefit Amy, who is probably gonna sell it overseas. You know, I'll think of some bullshit to like try and.
Amy literally just told you she's going to be using it to reinforce the protections around the demon door and the island.
Yeah, that's what she was telling us. And like and Dina wanted to tell her about what she figured out with the demon. Like she wanted to tell her, yeah, like this demon is after your head and like he knows about the door and stuff like this. She wants to inform the princess. She's not really interested in this in like the money stuff, but she is interested in maybe getting like further information from
Yep.
Amy, an already crafted necklace or something for the with this orb to get her AC up. As reward
Alright,
for being kidnapped for 2 days.
As a reward for being kidnapped. What you can do, if you want just like a trinket, we can arrange that. If you want a magic item, like to increase your AC, find it on the sheet and you can buy it with whatever money you've got, and we'll just lure it
I
that
have
like Amelia
no.
gave you that. You have no
Yeah, because-
you have no gold.
I have none because like she never accepted gold in the first place because
But
Also, I'd imagine anything you had was probably lifted by the demon.
yeah, probably too. She doesn't had any money. She really just had like her magical item and stuff and like her veil, and that
Yeah.
was
I'd
everything.
love to
she had.
imagine that. Fucking Amy starts it up. So, Dina, you've lost 5 gold pieces because the demon like wanted a fucking Mackies and you had to order or some shit like that. Dina's just there like, oh cool, so I'm five gold pieces in debt to a demon who just kidnapped me.
Yes.
Gosh. I think you know what I want me from those ores.
An anti-magic crossbow? Crowbar?
That's the one.
Already in the works, boo, don't worry.
Yeah, like
In fact, right, as we're walking back, I actually just find, like, in the bag of holding, there is a roughly crowbar-shaped thing, and I just slide a sleight of hand that to you, so that you can, you know, to keep you quiet on the meeting.
Anybody you're making items for to keep quiet, have a word with me after stream and let me know what you're making, and I will let you know
That's
how,
what I'm saying.
like
we'll
what
have
cost
to
of the
figure
2,000
out
gold
what it's
pieces worth of
fine.
ore that is fine.
Yeah, that's why I asked if we could negotiate, if I could get like for like information and stuff, and because Dina didn't steal anything from the orb and just didn't want to deal with that, if she could get like some sort of, because she never had
Yeah.
I do
money.
believe that's called guilt by association, goods.
Right. So
You guys had downtime to buy stuff with the money you had. Dina had no money and no downtime because she was kidnapped.
right. So the way we're gonna resolve that then, like Amy takes pity on you. She's taken a liking to you. So in exchange for the information, particularly the information that the demon is like looking to eliminate Amy and Pan specifically, and you've actually gained like quite a good amount of that. She's gonna take one of the rings off her finger, and she is gonna give you that. I will send you stats for it afterwards, but this ring will give you protection from infernals. I'll figure out a good magic item to do that.
So,
You just got. You feel like an
Dina said about the things that the demon said, right? That was like
Yeah.
Yes,
that's character knowledge.
She's put that
Yeah.
in the D&D general for everyone to have.
Yeah. So
Alright,
you all have information.
there's like a meeting afterwards. JTH, the character, would have actually showed up to be like, alright, so here's like straight up a recording that I made. This is absolutely everything that she said directly after, because I know like some stuff would have been like forgotten or been awkward to put in words.
Yeah.
Here it is, here's translation, here is all of the information. What the fuck are we doing from this point? Like what is the plan now?
Yeah. And that
But I
seems
would have,
like a good place
specifically
to.
shown up in person for that.
Yeah, that seems like a good place to end the session while we try to figure out what the next move is now that Dina has been safely recovered, and we know a little bit about the demon's plans.
I also do a really quick thing. I'm not going to roll with all of this, but as you know, called, you know, put Amy to the side of it. Everyone can hear that Tom is denouncing the revolution. That he says that, you know, Amelia is a good leader, and there's a 10-minute speech saying that she pledges herself to Amelia and, you know, not the revolution. You get the idea.
Okay, at the end of the speech, Amelia stands up, walks over to Cobb, and says, "Thank you for finally seeing the error of your ways. In return for your loyalty, I shall bestow upon you one royal head pat."
You can't see her eyes, but close pupils are like the entire eye right now.
Yeah. Oh, and you know about, like, obviously, like most of you would know about Amelia's promiscuity. Let's just say with this head pat, she is very good with her fingers.
Yeah.
As so did we all see that? Did we all see the interaction there?
This is an absolute
so-
godlike head pat.
So with that, I immediately like, oh, okay, I won't be needing these then. And like JJ's the character who's just got like a box of fucking cassettes that are all labeled like evidence Cov is doing, evidence that like Cov is doing this and that he's doing this and that they're doing this and that they're doing this, and I just like pour them into a bin nearby. Like, yeah, don't worry about that, Amy.
Like, there's one labeled revolution planned, there's one labeled plans to topple the hierarchy, there's one labeled, you know, schematics of Amelia's bedroom, there's one labeled Great Soup Conspiracy. Nobody knows what that's all about.
Basically, me and Amy talked about this, and Amelia knew instantly that Carl was up to something, but also that Carl is completely incompetent.
Yes, that's hilarious that, like, Amy has known, like, about the revolution for ages, but it's just a case of, oh, look at the little kobold trying to incite riots. Oh.
Yeah, basically. Hey, like, I imagine that Amy, like, because she has a kobold workforce, she knows, like, how to placate a kobold. Just give them a shiny thing to run around.
Or an otherworldly head pat.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 would be happy again.
Say that. It's a great ice cream conspiracy. I
Gas.
still want my fucking ice cream. I'm just kidding.
Well, unfortunately, the only 2 tubs of ice cream that have been made and are available to the public of Pancake Island are currently empty because Baby Miranda and Layla have just polished them off.
Oh yeah, as you're having this very important meeting, you hear like screaming and shouting from upstairs, and then like, you know, just in the background behind Amelia's throne, you see like Layla charging past with Baby Miranda on her shoulder saying, come on, giddy up.
You know, he's...
Like,
Just
oh
see
hi
them
guys.
Hey, Leo. Also, if actually fills up randomly, that'd be awesome. Like, hi, and then she music chat again. That'll be priceless.
And that's why I nicknamed the Cobalt leader Mr. Whippy, because of ice cream.
Yeah, I think that's a good place for us to end.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Because I need to talk to my guests for a moment before I start the show.
Yes, I'd better bail as well. I'm part of that. So, thank you everyone for coming out. It has been a hell of a fun time. I will see you all next week for more Dungeons and or Dragons.
Oh well.
Yeah, you might notice that today's episode, you actually explored a dungeon.
Yes, oh my god, my first
I need to
dungeon.
get some food.
Yes.
Okay.
So I will see you all later. Toodaloo. And to the people on stream, I am going to set up for the talk show, so you'll see a little bit of moving behind the scenes. But I am on BRB. I will see you shortly. I love you all. Mwah.